Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It is I, your friendly neighborhood Prax, and welcome to the channel. It is the New Year's Day, and I have a tradition of running TTRPGs on New Year's Day, so hey, first stream of the year. But I have some wonderful friends around me to tell part two of an apparently now ongoing saga for some Witcher fun. I'm going to let them go around, introduce themselves, say who they'll be playing, and then I am going to give a recap because it's been like 2.5 whole weeks since we played. So, people should know what they're getting into. So, why don't we start to my left or right? I can know the directions. To my right on the overlay with Pope. How are you, my friend? How are you doing? Welcome back.
Doing well. It is great to be here with this crew in what has been a surprise return. I am super excited for this. And crazily enough, this character is starting to gain resonance in the mind. Loud. George, why are you so loud? Hey everybody, Pope here, Pope World Build on the internets. I'm back with playing Sir George. Both of us use he, him pronouns, and I'm interested to see where this goes.
Alrighty. And then directly below Pope on the overlay is PB. Welcome back, PB. I hope you've been having a good time.
I have been. It's been a great couple of weeks, and I'm excited to be back today playing Rurna Burta, a dwarf doctor who is kind of just over everyone's shit always all the time.
I mean, that is fair. I feel like that's kind of goes for both the doctor and the dwarf level. Um, it gets doubled for the two, but it works. It works. And then last but certainly never least, hello Norden. How are you? How is life going for you?
Oh, life is fine. Life is fine. Life is good. I've got a lot of free time now, so that's nice. Hi, my name's Noon Lickadeer. My pronouns are he, him. I play games. Today, though, I'm playing Lord Carrick Drakenson, the bastard son of a principality noble's family in Kovir, who's also a bit elven and a bit related to a very angry elf witch, um, and is probably going to die soon. He's also a mage, so that's
I
fun.
I mean, he's a mage. I love how everybody keeps saying like he's gonna die soon.
I don't I don't think when you look when you have one of the most powerful mages in the world after you because they hate you because you were born to their line and aren't entirely elven, uh I feel like that's a bit of a death sentence.
Yeah, but you've made it this far.
That was before she attacked me.
There's
Now
that.
That you know.
she's got blood in the air now.
Well, there's that possibility, but there's also like the possibility that, there's a very old phrase and saying, blessed be to he who passed upon us, unfortunately, who invented this fine saying. It's called to the pain.
That's not good. I don't like that. I'm afraid.
I would
I
like to
fear.
remind you that you've been cursed twice. Um, and really, if you die, the pain stops. But
Please don't sell my character on suicide.
I'm not
Yeah.
selling them on suicide. I am selling them on why you may not be dying as soon as you wish.
Uh, that's not good. This is worse. It's just getting worse. Digging a trench. So now for the person above us. Hi,
Oh,
Prax.
hi, that's me. That's me. I am your friendly neighborhood Prax. Welcome to the channel. Hello, everybody. Excuse me. I am here to help tell this story. And when last we left off, Sir George Bedden had recruited and encouraged a few people to help him examine the new lands that he had been gifted or acquired in his title. And, it's a sound decision to make on the continent after, the title had been left. The title and the seat had been left empty long enough for it to revert to its vassal lord and therefore be able to be gifted to a new uh, line. you know, things could move in. Drowners are a problem. Necrophages are all over the place. Wraiths don't want to have to deal with. Um, but involved in this, they proceeded to make their way towards this particular house. And on the way, they came across, well, what was the watchtower at the border of the property, at the edge of the lake, that the main house was on the other side of. They discovered that it had been utterly destroyed by an ice elemental, and come to find out that there was perhaps someone there who really didn't want Sir George as a neighbor for a variety of reasons. Um, that kind of came down to, he was human. He is human. And but at the same time, she was kind of surprised to see another individual amongst Sir George's um, cohort. I think it's an appropriate term there. Traveling companions. Uh, her nephew, who doesn't know he was her nephew at the time, but she also really doesn't like him because he suffers from the same kind of human passing problem.
Affliction?
Yeah. I don't know. It's Carrick's choice about whether it's an affliction or not. She thinks it's a problem and would have serious problems with it. But, it's what happens when you are the last of an elven rebels.
I'll point this out. Carrick did mention that his teeth used to be flatter as a child, and he is a mage and knows plenty of other mages. So, if he wanted to look elven,
Look, there's glamour for that.
yeah, exactly. Clearly, I don't.
It is what it is. I'm sorry that humanity is an affliction, but you're a mage now, so it doesn't really matter. But that then leads to getting forcibly teleported to Carrick's childhood home and discovering some things had been there. Some things that you never saw, but you did hear. And then two things that other people saw, but Carrick didn't. Because, he got kind of distracted by the spectral visage of his one true love, who he doesn't know who that is. So, complicated problems going on. But you managed to escape the house successfully, which is, always a good thing. And then we ended with you all surviving, which is a positive. But fleeing the house as the sounds of hoofbeats, a chill permeated the deepest of the air, and howls of hunting hounds pierced the air. We then decided that it would be fast forward 6 weeks. We found some interesting information. Sir George has managed to clean up his estate into a semblance of a fundraising, beginning, barest beginning of functional paying land. Verna managed to apologize to her wife for being delayed. This is what happens when your wife is a princess of Melatelli and is willing to let you dig yourself into and out of your own problems. For the most part. But when we last left off, Lord Carrick had been given 2 pieces of information about his afflictions. The Witcher Safia of Zeracania, of the Manticore School, had gone off to try and find some more pieces of information for you. She is not with you right now, but she is actively investigating at this moment. But two of those pieces of information led you to Toussaint. One was from Sir George about a hairpin that had been stuck in Carrick's hair by the visage of the lover who both goes too fast, too far, and waits eternally. And the second piece of information was the actual words that he said to you. The only words he's ever said in your dreams was two words, find Eleanor. This led to Sir George telling you that the piece of the hairpin matched the stylings of a jeweler who used to work out of Toussaint. And I misspoke last time because I had forgotten exactly what year we were in, but I did, math was hard. So for those of you playing at home, this game does actually occur in the same universe as another little game I ran on this channel called Witcher Roads Home. Hi, you can go find all of the VODs for that on YouTube. You have plenty of hours to see how extensive that story got. But that game was set in 1050. This game is set in 1080. So the jeweler disappeared for about 50 years, and then about 30 years ago, his maker's mark started reappearing in Toussaint, but no one actually is, a couple private commissions, but no one has publicly seen him since. Although his maker's mark is still in use in Toussaint. So, I believe you all are on the road south. You will also know that I pinned in our group chat on Discord the official unofficial map. And I say that because Sapkowski has never given us an official map. So this is as close as we can get, but it is the most useful and the most detailed. So, it has been a total of 8 weeks since we've last seen our fine friends. And they have made their way south. By this point, they would be approaching Toussaint, going through a small mountain pass there in the Amel range near Belhaven. But I guess the question I have to ask is, what all are you up to as you make your way south on this spring? Not spring. Midwinter. It is midwinter at this point. Morning.
Probably arguing about something or other. That's my guess. Feels about right for this. It's I don't know why no one decided, like, we all decided against the idea of going through a standing portal. I could have just set up a portal to Susan. We wouldn't have needed all these horses and tack and all this nonsense.
Horses are great. The countryside is lovely in the winter, and to be fair, the last time portal was used, we were being hunted by something.
Yes, I know that, but at the same time, I felt like it would have been a lot quicker. We've been traveling for days now, and we had to stop over that one time because of the flooding.
Yes, but I also need to pick up something from Mahakam, as George pats a new weapon that is on his side. Besides, got to enjoy Bahakam's hospitality. Food was actually very good.
Yes, but you're under a mountain. It gets very dark down there.
They have plenty of good lighting.
Good lighting isn't the same thing as good sunshine. Look, I'm from Kovir. It gets dark quite a lot during the winter, and I've grown to like sun. I miss it when it goes away.
Hey, that
Just
makes one of us.
just for my edification, this whole conversation about the benefits or lack of benefits of Kovir is happening, and the camera pans down to the dwarven doctor who's riding next to you. Oh,
I am leaning over to my horse's ear and I'll whisper, "They're not talking about you, Bellow Hopper. Don't you worry." As I like pat their mane. Don't listen to them. You're different.
I
You're the
mean,
best of horses.
no, they're just Mahakam is Mahakam.
All right, so we find this jeweler.
Mm-hmm.
We find this Alienor.
Mm-hmm.
Alienor? Whatever her name is. Then what? I don't think we thought this through. I mean, what's the plan?
Well, we're trying to get you uncursed, correct?
Somehow I don't think that's in the cards.
The more information we have, the more we can provide to Safia, and also I can continue on regaling my good friend Avanda of your current exploits and problems.
Right. But I'll say this once. None of you have to be here doing this.
No, I absolutely must.
Okay, for what reason?
One, it gets me away from the new holdings so they can do everything without my meddling. And two, I continue to have good conversational pieces for Avanda.
We still don't know what we're going to face by doing all of this. I mean, a jeweler that's been missing for 50 years and their pieces suddenly start showing up out of nowhere. That's already one thing. Then a mysterious name, a mysterious figure in my house, which, by the way, looks the same as it did the last time I was there, before I left for Banard.
It does make some questions as to what your sister has been up to, yes. And if I'm remembering correctly, the house was doubly or triply cursed? One or two, like two or three. I can't remember.
But at that point, specifics, two or three, it doesn't really matter. It's a curse, it's a curse.
Yes, but was it cursed and then abandoned, or abandoned and cursed?
Well,
Yes.
How are you doing, Bruner?
It's been great. We went to go visit some people I knew down in under the mountain. Great people, wonderful place, great lighting, and you know, Bellow Hopper here has been doing a good job. And this time, I don't have a time limit of when I have to return. So all in all, everything's good.
You don't have a time limit.
No, no, no. They prefer if I don't give them a date and then don't return on that date.
Are you
So
having
this,
relationship issues?
no. It's all good. It's all good. Everything is a-okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do human perception on that. I don't trust that for a second. I'm sorry. Can I human perception other characters that fine?
Sure, you can always human. My rule is you can roll against anybody, but you can't use luck in
Luck.
PvP.
Well, that's a 21. You're telling the truth,
Uh,
roll perception. If you're lying, I mean persuasion. If you're lying, roll deceit, I guess.
Persuasion. Oh, right. Mods. Um, yeah, I don't have anything in empathy. What do you take me as? It's someone with good bedside manner. Um,
You're a
I.
doctor.
Doesn't mean anything.
You're alive, aren't you? Um, I. Yeah. They are. Things are fine. Not maybe peachy, but it's nothing terrible. She's not lying. Maybe not telling the whole truth, but there's like it's nothing catastrophic. You don't see anything. You don't hear anything that
It's a bad
rings
sign.
wrong.
It's a bad sign when I cannot tell if you're trying to convince me or convince yourself.
I mean, if ever you would come to visit, you would know yourself.
All right, that's next on the list. We're going to visit your partner. And we're going to see just how truthful you are.
Oh.
She'd be happy to know. She's happy to see you. It's been ages. We always come to your place. You never come to ours.
I don't really have a place, though. More just
That's why we always have
an
to meet
inn.
you somewhere. You just never.
Well,
We're not exactly, stay in one place either, but we still make a house a home where we can.
so then
Well,
why didn't you bring it with you?
I mean, if you guys are looking for a place to settle down, I do have land.
Yeah, it's fine. There's so much world out there that with so many things happening often. It's better to just follow the path of Melitelli, and that's you kept us alive so far.
So, as this conversation happens, you all are riding into the western gate, or the northwestern gate of Bellhaven. Remembering, of course, that Bellhaven is a town along the river. The river runs north-south, so technically the gate to the north is actually to the west on this map, because it makes more sense. But so north is west on this map, but I will.
Ah.
Yeah, so I'll do that. But it's basically that. So you're coming in here along the western road northern road going south. There are a number of fine inns, two very well established houses of relaxation. And some fine property along the town. It is bustling, even in this kind of colder weather. There are people out and about, nodding to you along the horses. It is a day of pleasantries. I have two questions I need to ask. Number one, Carrick, could you roll me a deduction?
For I should know.
What?
If I said no,
I'll say it again. I'll repeat myself. No.
That's a 9?
No, it's a 10.
Oh, it's 10?
It's changed it so now it will tell you what the final roll is, the roll in the
Oh,
box,
good.
and then it's telling you how much you fumbled by.
yep. So after
So
I
just
rolled
a
the
flat
1, I
10.
rolled another 1. Yeah.
Yep. So just a flat 10, which is fine for the purposes of this. You have 2 pieces of information. But you also know that Bellhaven is known for being not quite a boom town, but like San Francisco in this particular time period, right? It's established, it has money, but it is the outer edge of considered civilization amongst those who live in Tucson. And really, they are the only people who count for what they consider civilization. Everyone else is, well, they're not in Tucson, are they? So you know that you can probably find information to answer your question, or at least some of your questions here. Sir George, could you please roll me reputation? Or the noble skill, which is the one about reputation, correct?
Notoriety.
Notoriety, there we go.
All right. Let's see here. So. 10.
10. I mean, you're not unknown, but you were until recently a landless knight, and you're not from Tucson.
Yeah. No.
So you don't really think you could roll up on Lord Vannick's house and just say,
Oh, no.
let me in. But you do know the Iron Lyre is the largest inn in town. Well known for being welcoming. Everybody who is pretty much anyone would go to the Lyre. But where would you like to go?
I think the Lyre's a good enough place to check in. If nothing else, I mean, there may be other travelers and notables there.
Yes. You would know that the Iron Lyre, while a very fine inn, large, welcoming travelers right on the main square, near the market and the Dwarven Quarter. The owner of the Lyre has made it a personal not reputation, but like reputation, but it's also the personal boundaries of the Iron Lyre are nobody is allowed to be doing any kind of work, shall we say, in the Lyre.
That's fair.
But there you do know that there is the Silver Kitten, which is another actual bar that does not allow for any whoring. There is the Dancing Flame, or Discreet Flame, excuse me, the Discreet Flame, which is really where anyone of consequence would go for those kind of entertainments. And the Bitterwood, which would really only provide entertainment for the Bitterwood and the Hidden Snake. no, wait, the bitter wood burned to the ground. It's the wandering master and the hidden snake,
Oh,
as well as the discreet flame that would provide those kinds of entertainments if one wished. But again, where would you like to go?
I don't need those kind of refreshments, and I'm more for a place of repute currently while in town. So the
So the
Lyre
Lyre.
seems good enough place to go.
So the Lyre or the Kitten, but the Lyre is the better of the options.
It, yeah, it's on the up and up.
We're looking for someplace that will understand fancy jewelry. So I feel like the up and up and fancier and richer place we go to is probably the better.
Well, the Iron Lyre is definitely going to be that. But if you also want further fancy jewelry, you could go to the Discreet Flame. They probably know all about it.
The list, the next thing, just in case it doesn't work out.
Yeah, that's fair. The Lyre is right off of the main square. Again, large, very well appointed stables. The staff there are the best of the best. They know what to do. They know how to aid clientele in what they need to find. They provide what's that moving? There we go. For some reason, the map was moving. I thought I was just moving my hand, but no, the map was moving. That was upsetting. The stable boy will take all of your horses, smile, nod, shift them over. It's a large stable, so there are a couple other horses here. But of the, say, 10 stalls, there are only, with yours added, there will only be 5 currently occupied. As you push open the door of the Lyre, you are greeted with the sounds of music of a decent variety. More, it's kind of, if we had to do the comparison of, the current house band is playing, no major headliners at the moment, but good enough. They, the lady behind the counter is an older woman. But not as she has that she's in the looks of that like indeterminate age between 40 and 70. Delicately pointed ears and long dark hair that she keeps braided back. She is very obviously the personage in charge here, and people you would hear her answer to the name of Elize. Smiles at you in greeting and asks, "So, what can I get you?"
3 rooms, please.
All right. 3 rooms it is. And she makes eye contact with each of you and then makes eye contact with Runa and glances downward because she is taller than you but is not looking down at you, which is a very important skill to make. Would you prefer a more dwarf appropriate room, or what would make you happy?
If you have a dwarf room, I would take it.
Certainly. She will gesture over her shoulder, and a couple young gentlemen of the very northern, stout-looking, look like that they could double as offensive linemen for, the Buffalo Bills, come
What did you say?
over. It's like, uh, we're going to be rooms 3 and 4 for the gentleman, and then 22 for the lady. Can I get anything sent up to you for you? Tea, hot water, baths.
A bath would be lovely, and also one of your stronger teas. At least for me. I will not speak for my companions.
Certainly.
Just steep it until it's practically black for me. That's all.
Or would you prefer coffee? She kind of gives you this kind of knowing look of someone who's like, you have a caffeine problem, don't you?
I've never had coffee before.
Oh, I'll send you tea, I'll hold the coffee until you come down. Wouldn't want to, have an experiment like that without observations.
Of course. Thank you.
And for you, mistress?
I shall also take a tea. Light, please.
Done. I'll send that right on up. Relax, refresh. It'll be with you in a moment. Then the two offensive linemen just kind of like pick up your gear and start escorting you up the stairs. You hear a couple shouts from the bar, locals calling on Elize to come settle a dispute over who had the actual, better performance that night. And of course, she being the best and most appropriate of innkeepers, is firmly of the opinion that neither of the two individuals arguing were the ones who won. It was the third person who isn't actually here, but you can't prove her wrong because she's the person who runs this bar. But there's a lot of good cheer in the bar house below. The rooms upstairs, it doesn't seem like there's maybe 2 other rooms occupied. And you are all kind of at one corner of, you kind of go up the stairs, and it's a long L-shaped balcony that overlooks the main room. There is a small, you would look down, you could see that there's actually a small stage set up at one end of the bar. And you kind of lean, the 3 rooms that have been set up, or that the gentleman leads you to, are at one end of this L, furthest from the door, or furthest from the stairs. Quiet. The 2, Sir George and Carrick, Lord Carrick, have 2 rooms next to each other. Runa's 2 doors down and on the other side, with like a little turned corner. The rooms are all the same size. The only difference is between the gentlemen's rooms and our doctors is the size of the bed and the various furniture. Because climbing into a 4-poster bed when one is less than 5 feet tall.
Not very elegant without a stepping stool.
Or comfortable. It's not. So, nice, comfortable beds. Everything is clean. Everything is present. You are all left to your devices. Within, 5 minutes, a bath is brought up for Sir George, tea for everyone else, and, you can rest and recover from the road. Can I get an awareness from all 3 of you?
No.
Yes.
Maybe.
I would like to point out that this is 2 nat 1s in a row for Carrick.
Technically 3, if you count the fumble.
Well,
Itself.
yeah, but it's Stumble itself. But... So, Carrick, you are distracted by the pleasant atmosphere. There's nothing really noticeable for you at the moment. Sir George, the room is well appointed. You can kind of distantly hear the sounds of the music from below, but this is a bar that is an inn that is well invested in the insulation and noise canceling. And well designed so that the guest rooms are not disturbed by what might become a rowdy night below. A given definition of rowdy. And Runa, you can hear that there are 2 other rooms occupied, both on the closer to this stairwell than from you. You don't know who's there, but you can kind of hear people as you move by. You are perhaps the only one in the perhaps smaller folk rooms. You would also be able to hear, just slightly like outside the window, the sounds of the end of the market day. People shouting and closing up and jokes being had. All in all, a very good day. But I leave it to you what you would like to do.
Carrick is going to knock on the door of the doctor.
You will definitely hear grumbling as I don't know. I actually have no idea what your hearing skills are like right now. But you may hear grumbling, as I approach the door. Things of, like, it's just when I was trying to get comfortable. And I get to the door and I open it and I, already looking up. It's like, oh, Carrick. What do you need? Are we heading out?
No, I just wanted to ask you. She's not angry at you, is she?
I don't think seriously angry at me. I mean, unhappy with, I think it's 3-4 times that I've not arrived on time. It is, it's hard. I mean, you wouldn't know. Or Pansy Pants over here always teleporting. But it's hard to predict what's happening on the road, what's happening in cities, the wide bursts you want to make, and that just, it messes up the timeline. And I'm just great at planning, I guess.
So why did you leave her?
I get restless. I mean, so does she. We both get restless. We just have 2 different callings.
You barely spent time with her before you ran her off with us.
Well, first of all, you asked. And I wasn't going to say no to you. Second, you asked, and I wasn't going to say no to you.
Oh, so this is my fault.
I'm just saying, you just presented me, why did you leave so quickly? Because I got there, I took my boots off, and then you asked me, hey, there's this rich fuck who needs an accompaniment. It should be easy, it should be quick. And I looked at her, and she looked at me. She rolled her eyes and sent me on my way.
Sometimes I wonder why you make it so easy.
Well, as such is life. It's difficult for a doctor to stay in one spot and make good money. Just like it's hard to be a priestess and stay in one spot for a while.
There are temples for priestesses,
Yeah, but she doesn't. We're both young. We both have a ton of time to go exploring and see the world. It's what we were doing before we met. It's what we're doing as we met. As what we're doing after we've met.
I'm not going to stop you, but I feel like she might have wanted to spend some extra time with you.
I mean, so would have I. But,
So
duty
next time,
calls.
ask for the extra time.
I don't know. It seems like you were really worried about this whole curse thing. It was, oh, and
I've been
felt a little
cursed
bit
since I
difficult
was
to ignore.
born.
Yeah, but you like I've known you for a while, and you got this look in your eye after that, after that job, and
It wasn't a curse. Just saw a face. That's all.
I saw your face, and what? I was just gonna let my friend of a bajillion years go off by themselves and get cursed again while I'm not there, or worse, killed.
Okay, cursed to get. I've already been cursed twice. I don't think I'm going to get cursed a third time.
I don't know. You also seem to get in trouble. A lot of fights. So many fights. And it's only about time you piss off the wrong person again. There was another curse. And they don't
I don't.
cancel out. So
Fine, fine. I won't ask any more questions. Just make sure the next time you've got some time with her, you tell us to leave you alone for a bit.
I mean, so long as you promise and not go off and get in fights and death duels and
There's a
get
reason for my
cursed.
duels.
All of them.
Sometimes I can't help but attract attention. It's good for the family business.
But then who's the one that's called when you get hurt?
I can call someone else.
You could, but you won't. So
Look, I have an ex who's a mage, and he's got this whole ritual thing he can do.
is that what the kids are calling it nowadays?
Oh, shut up.
Look, I'm equally as worried about you and this whole curse thing and your family and things like that. So
Which
I
one? Are we
just
talking about the sister or are we talking about the aunt?
I I feel like I'm perpetually worried about the sister. Even though she was apparently supposed, I was told she was going to die soon, and it's been 10 years, so she's still kicking. If you ever
Well,
want to deal with that situation,
right now, I'm very happy with the fact that she's alive, is what I'll say. Should probably get back down. Eat something.
Well, if you ever want to have a conversation about it and whatever spooked you, feel free to let to to knock on my door again.
Go lie down. You look tired. And I say that in a kind, friendly way.
I was born tired, but it is a nice bed, so I will take you up on that. And you go down and eat something. Skinny as the day as I met you. Get some meat on your bones.
He looks like a gladiator. He's well built. But at the same time, you are a dwarf.
Skinny as a toothpick. I'm afraid the wind's gonna break you.
Okay, but about as big as human beings can get.
I sure hope not for your sake.
And I'm much broader than what an elf can be. Some elves.
That's not saying much.
Right, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm walking away now.
Tell him to give you an extra portion.
Ugh.
I'll close my door.
You're making your way downtown? Or downstairs, I should say.
Downstairs, yeah.
As you come downstairs, Elize from behind the bar smiles, gestures you to over to one of the little tables just to the side of the stage where no one is currently playing at the moment. They're a couple, they're kind of on break. It's like, be right there. I've got a plate ready for you.
All right.
And moments after you sit down, a plate of a very nice chicken pot pie and then a side of like bread and kind of cocks her head is like, and the coffee, and she puts a small cup of coffee next to you.
Explain this coffee to me. What is it made from?
Beans and caffeine.
Beans? It's bean water?
Yes, but apparently some folks like to keep it enough that they'll keep themselves on it all the time.
I mean, where is this stuff from? Zeracania? And he takes a sip. That's actually not bad. That is not bad. That is good. I'll take another one of these.
Mm-hmm. I thought so somehow. All of you folk are alike.
You folk?
Mages, right?
It's not like I'm walking around holding a staff.
No, but I've rarely seen a folk who are that well dressed with that much wear on their boots who aren't.
Hmm. If I could pay for a little bit more, I'd like some information if you could. I can make it worth your while. Or we could play for it. And he takes out a Gwent deck. Because I have one.
Fun fact, do you want to know that Gwent is not gambling? It's tactics, according to this system.
Yeah, it is.
I know. The question is, what kind of question who's asking?
I'm asking on behalf of myself, and I suppose my family.
All right, then. Personal matters I'll answer. For the most part. Unless it's harmful to those I help.
I visited my family recently. My family home, I should say, and I found something rather odd. And he pulls out, like, wrapped up in a piece of cloth, slowly opening up the cloth. And was it a brooch?
No, so it's like the pin from a brooch. So it's just the stick. It's just really a stick pin.
He points to like there's probably one end that's slightly filigreed, so we could tell which jeweler made it.
Yeah, it's like a stick pin with a head of Celtic knotwork.
Oh, it's gotcha. It's one of those. And he pulls this out. This piece is missing its other half, and I have no idea who made it.
May I?
Of course.
She's gonna pick it up, run it through her hands. Let's see how good she is. Apparently very good. Well, I haven't seen that mark in a while. Are you looking for the jeweler that made it?
Yes, either that or someone named. He thinks about the name because he's completely forgotten it. He's that kind of guy. Not gonna lie to you. Alienor.
Well, that makes sense. It would be her style. She's a bard.
I've heard. He's lying.
She's like, hold on.
You know what? Let me roll deceit.
roll the deceit. Roll the deceit.
That's not bad. Darn. Can I spend 2 points of luck? Just to be cool as a cucumber here?
Fine. I will let you spend 2 points of luck.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, hey y'all at home, because this is technically not a charity game, I can turn something back on for you all.
Ooh. Want to give us luck points?
Yeah, actually, that's what I'm going to turn on for you all because the channel points. I can turn on channel points for you guys. Where? Where? God damn. Okay, here we go. There we go. What? Where did all my nicely organized channel points go?
Well,
Good lord.
as someone who's streamed in the past, I feel this in deep in my soul.
I would like to point out that okay. I'm just gonna. Because I had it all nice and organized, even with like a.
Updates will wipe away all progress and effort.
Yeah.
We shall replace it all with AI, and you shall thank us.
All right. You can have a total. Here you go. Same way as everybody else. Have fun. You can add luck, chat, and the total of 10 that will be a pool of luck for the players to use. But yes, you may use 2.
All right. I've spent 2 luck. I'm good enough at lying right now.
Mm-hmm. She kind of has that look of like, okay, all right. Yes, Eleanor. She's a bard. Must be some sort of mage, maybe. She doesn't age.
Like taking a good look at our dear bartender.
Mm-hmm.
He makes a bluff. I've heard that she passes through on occasion.
She's been known to perform here. She's the only person I'll let perform without any prior notification. She wants to show up and sing in my bar, she's more than welcome to. I think she has a house in town, too.
When was the last time you saw her?
Now, isn't that a question? When was the last time Elize saw Eleanor? I'm gonna roll. 5 months?
What's the season like right now? Are we in the
It's
midst
probably
of spring?
midwinter.
Summer?
Yeah, no, it's only been
Midwinter.
6 weeks since you. So it's still winter.
Right.
You're not yet to spring yet.
A house in town. That's a lead it, I guess.
If you're looking for Eleanor, I have 2 things to recommend. Number 1, don't try and lie to her. She's always going to be better than anyone else.
And number 2.
Don't try and flirt. Don't know why. She's
Well,
never
from
going to be.
experience, flirting always ends poorly.
Ugh, well, no. And she has this look on her face. It's like, I've known that woman for almost 50 years. And I've never seen her. Well, except for her nephew. He shows up on occasion. He's.
She has a nephew?
Yeah. He's a interesting fellow. One of your sort.
Describe him.
So, Carrick, I have a
Yeah?
vitally important question for you.
Uh-huh.
How well do you know Cairn of Adern?
As well as one can, I suppose.
So that leads me to my next question. Were you a participant in the Banard
No, I stayed
orgies?
away from those things. I stayed away from the purposefully stayed away from those things. They're never fun. Everyone gets sweaty and sticky at the end. All right? And you know what? There's always one person left out in the cold. And that's just a waste of time. I think those contests are rigged. We've had this argument before.
I mean, he won 3 times in a row. Um, so she will say, Cadarn, and she'll describe Cadarn
Oh,
down to his prosthetic leg.
his prosthetic leg. That's
No, you would
new.
have heard about that. That's been 30 years now.
Well, I don't know if I've seen him in 30 years.
Yeah, but you probably would have heard of uh
That's fair.
you,
That's fair.
you would have heard of that. I mean, like, it's not he's not subtle. Um,
I've not seen him in a very long time. I didn't know he had not.
apparently cousins, maybe, I don't know. Definitely mothers him. She mothers him a bit, and he tolerates it. So
Oh, he likes being mothered. He's a man boy, dressed up as a man. Never mind.
I figured
I'm gonna
that
get into this
out.
Argentine.
And she has this look on her face. It's like, no shit. He's a mage who comes in and spends money in my bar. Most men are man boys in her mind.
That's
Um,
fair. That's fair. Uh, all right. Well, thank you. If you manage to see him, don't tell him I was here.
I promise not to let Kadarn know that you were in town.
When was the last time you saw him? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. When was it?
About 3 months.
More recently than Eleanor.
Yeah, he was hanging out with the Witcher.
Which Witcher? Oh, that Witcher.
Brenna Van Welter.
Yeah, of course. Never met
That's
her.
cool. Nice lady. I like her.
Well, that's
So
lovely.
it's just a shame about her husband. After all those years and then only having so few of them together.
I feel like I'm missing something. You don't talk to a man for decades, and suddenly he's got a girlfriend who has a dead husband. Which direction, when he left here? Because you'd go to visit his aunt, cousin. Which direction would he go?
Roll persuasion. Because now you're not just asking general information, you're asking specifics.
This is true. This is a weird look. This is where we get into the fun stuff. Uh, Technically speaking, I have a +1 on humans for
Yes.
persuasion,
She's
but
not.
at the same time, am I human enough to count? Who knows?
Look, mages still count as human, even if they're elves or otherwise, for human persuasion points. But it doesn't matter because she's not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's
All
an
right.
elf.
I will add a -1 to this to simulate that.
Okay.
12. I would also like to roll awareness on this.
Awareness
Because
or magical training?
I feel like awareness, because usually when people you ask someone a question, they
Yeah.
automatically just they dart their eyes to one side or the other. They indicate. I'm testing to see if there's an indicator here. I doubt I'm going to actually persuade her, but if she looks in the right direction, 22, that's better, thank God.
So with the 12, she makes eye contact with you and says, "Why do you really want to know where Eleanor is?"
I need help with a curse to do with my family. I didn't lie about that.
With a 22, you'll notice 3 things. Number one, she never breaks eye contact with you. Uh, she's that level of waitstaff that knows, and you might have actually roll me a reputation.
I don't know what reputation I would have for this is the problem, but yes,
Well, the question
absolutely.
is, this is not rolling for you. This is rolling for her. How well you
Alrighty.
know her.
17.
17. Okay, so with this thing, you're gonna hear 3 things. Number one, she's been switching back and forth between Nordling and Elder Speech with zero accent in either. She is obviously elven, but she is has zero accent in either language. And when she makes eye contact with you, you can tell she's the type of perhaps an individual who may have worked hard helping individuals get away from other individuals. So she's not, she is the type of individual, she is a bartender who has spent time working with, you don't know it, but there is another bar in town who have gone out of their way to help patrons or locals who are suffering from domestic violence escape spouses in a slightly permanent, depending on how you want to do. But that is a thing. So she is never giving information the way that you would expect, right? Like she is trained herself to be fully eye contact, not give away that kind of information. However, when you say that you're looking for her because you need her help, I can tell you this. Eleanor will be in this bar in 3 days.
3 days. I thought you didn't know when she came about.
Oh, I don't know when she doesn't plan to. But I always know how to ask for help. And she winks at you and as she gets up and is like, I'll get you another cup of coffee, dear.
He takes a bit too much gold out of his pocket for the meal he's paying for, and just places it on the table. Appreciate it.
I'll be interested to see how this goes. And then she looks at that and she goes, and if you're looking for the gentleman who made that I wish you better luck with.
Still missing, eh?
I don't know if you can call it missing. Man apparently gets imprisoned for 50 years and comes back to no wife, no son, and no daughter. Don't think it's missing anymore. I think it might just be not wanting to be found.
Comes back to where?
From is the question. But Eleanor will probably know. She knows most folk.
And yet we've never met. Strange thing. Thank you for your time.
I have to roll for this.
This is gonna end badly for me.
I have to know.
I'm making the assumption here.
And she kind of looks at you and goes, so did he break your heart or did you break his?
Let's just say there were exigent circumstances. And also he's a prick.
And as she goes to walk away, she goes, all men are, dear, all men are. Lucas, you better not be pouring from behind my bar. And she kind of strides over to see, you see one of the regulars standing there going, what? I wasn't doing nothing. I was putting my dish away like you taught me to. And you're like this argument between a very obvious regular who has enough of a welcome that he can step behind the bar, but not allowed to pull. We're going to fade up away as we leave Carrick to his dinner, Sir George to his fine relaxation, and Runa to her recovery. But we will be back in a little bit. We're going to take this as our opportunity for a break, stretch, bio, refresh, all of those things. And I don't know, we might find out what happens. There are some interesting people showing up. We'll see y'all in a little bit, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you were refreshed, you stretched, you bioed, you did all of the things, and are here for our second half of Witcher Roads Home. Um, was there going to be anything anyone else was going to do that night that you arrived?
Yes. I need to make one roll.
Which is,
You'll see.
oh, I'm sure this is going to be great. Oh, hi, Varric. How are you?
I have work to do.
I can see that. You'll get through 2 chapters. I have to ask because just because. How obviously are the serial numbers filed off on this romance novel?
The first two and the last two digits are exactly the same. The middle is muddled.
Cool.
Who features in this romance novel?
Who do you think?
That's why I asked that question.
I mean, I will say this: the dwarf and the priest, the doctor and the priest. That is a romance.
I haven't met the priestess yet.
Shit. I was hoping. I was hoping hard.
You know, it could be worse. It could be worse. Excuse me a moment.
But no, like George has certain works that he must do whilst on this trip.
I think this might be the reason why George comes on these trips.
You don't say.
Ugh. Feeling being used.
I have an excellent friend. She is a mage and she likes my stories.
That's worse. You realize why that's worse, right? Yeah. Anyway, how much gold did I spend on dinner?
How much gold do you, she was the
Pounds.
dinner was included with the room, so whatever you put down counted as a tip.
Okay, I think I put like I don't know, 5 crowns on the table. Is that a lot?
I mean, 5 crowns is probably a lot, but you know,
I have a lot of spending money. I should
you
probably open
do,
up a
and
bank
you
account.
can spend like you can afford it.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, I feel we could fast forward the clock those 3 days. Was there anything else you were going to do other than continue writing your romance novel, Sir George?
Um, Aside from the writing, may go uh around town, perhaps doing some digging, but not necessarily into Carrick's current mystery. He seems to have that handled and will ask for help, or at least I trust he will ask for help. Um, but there is a certain individual considering we've crossed into Sant, I need to be aware of their movements.
Oh, oh, really? Who could that be?
A certain personal romantic entanglement.
Oh, oh, oh. I mean, you mean Cerise?
Yes.
Mm. Okay. Roll me either streetwise or awareness.
Hmm. Interesting. Let's go with streetwise in this case. You know what? I'd like to spend 3 luck.
I'll let you spend 3 luck.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Usually it's before the roll, but I will allow it in this instance to round up to 20. So you will hear around town that there is a cat school witcher in town occasionally, but not Cerise.
Okay.
She, the Countess Baron Brenna von Welder, is well known. They have a house here. They, you know,
Okay.
she comes through on occasion within the company of a mage, sometimes by herself. Um, you will find out that Cerise is kind of banned from Belhaven by Brenna.
Oh, interesting.
Apparently, there was a bar fight that spilled out into the Von Welder Manse, and apparently Cerise may or may not have not been paying attention to where her or her Ard was, and hit the latest of Confidant's descendants.
It doesn't necessarily sound like something she'd do, but it's definitely within the possibility.
I don't think it was an intentional action. She was just fighting with somebody else that may or may not have been perhaps a werewolf and may or may not have then caused property damage. And everything probably would have been fine, except she missed her target and hit Brenna's horse.
It's because it was the horse.
Oh, it was entirely because it was the horse. Nothing else would have been a problem.
Uh, well, good to know I'm safe.
Well, at least in Belhaven.
Safe for now.
At least in Belhaven. Uh, Runa.
I am going to be doing some doctor shit in town. Um, Offering my services to anyone who may need it. I do not care if there's another doctor in this town or if I am going to be stepping on their toes.
At the moment, there is not. You hear that the Temple of Melatelli is the one that provides most of the healing during the day to day. There is a doctor who occasionally comes through town, like once a month or so. Another dwarf.
Oh.
You could roll me reputation to see if you know about him.
If you're looking for it on the sheet, it's under background.
And then just press the I beside it.
And what am I rolling again?
Reputation.
Reputation?
So 13. Because reputation works for both. Have people heard of you, or have you heard of people? It's a great catch-all for both things. In this particular instance, with a 13, you would have heard of Ardzo Gulo. He is a very well-known doctor, but he's also related to the Gulo family, who is kind of important in Mahakam. Mesmo Gulo is on the Council of Elders. Purga Gulo had changed her name after a small incident involving her husband attempting to murder her 3 brothers. In a poisoning at dinner at her house. And she took that very personally. And after he was executed, died in publicly declared dead while in custody after his trial for treason against Mahakam, she had him excised from the family tree, shall we say.
Oh.
She's very well known for the case of if she wanted to be the Gulo member on the Council of Elders, she would be. But she doesn't. She kind of rules that family from behind the scenes. But Ardzo Gulo is one of the younger brothers. He's, by all accounts, isn't part of the family business and is a doctor that makes his way across, lives a quiet country life and occasionally comes to Belhaven and helps out when he can, but for the most part stays, as he likes to say, alone in the woods.
Oh. Kindred spirit. Then I spend my time offering my services um at a low to free cost, depending on who's coming up to me.
Mhm. Um,
Uh,
just roll one healing hands. We'll see. This is the rule for how the 3 days go. You only fumbled by one, but it's a 19 is perfectly acceptable for most things, actually. Um, it's most of the people who come up to you are, you know, it's pulled muscles from farm hands. It's the occasional childhood illness. Um, one gentleman is very disconcerted because he is firmly convinced he has a pox, and he was trying to convince everyone that he got it from one of the discreet flame. Nobody believes him, but
mhm.
he didn't actually. He just had an unfortunate case of poison ivy in a very unfortunate location.
We definitely have a discussion in which I berate him for not knowing the difference at his old age between a normal any other leaf and poison ivy. It's not there's so many leaves, um, and you only have to know a couple. So that's what happens between us and that man.
Mm-hmm. He's an older, heavy-set human who, he definitely knows better, and it was probably involved alcohol at some point.
Yeah. And also not a rare thing to encounter. Actually, very common um, to encounter these kinds of people. And there are many, many excuses as to things that happen in their private areas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One dwarf will just walk up to you and say, "I need your help. He shot me in the ass," and he like points to his brother, and you can tell that they're brothers, and you can tell that this is the older of the brothers, and that the younger is just like, "I didn't mean to. I was just moving stuff, and then it went off," and it's like, he shot me with a crossbow bolt in the ass. Like this is a dwarf of whom he does not care. It's not in a he's like, my brother is an asshole who shot me in the ass, right? Like this is his ongoing rant at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. I'll bring them in and I'll start helping them out. Um, and I will look at the younger brother, and be like, "So how does one exactly accidentally load a crossbow and then accidentally shoot it?"
Look, it I didn't know it was loaded. I was just moving it from point A to getting it out of the way as my brother was attempting to like his excuses are bad, but you can still smell the alcohol on him. And you're like, oh no, he was just drunk off his ass and being a dick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, the next time if you accidentally shoot him in the heart, that's you can't come back from that one. And then who's gonna pay for your little habit?
And my wife will kill you. And the older brother just kind of turns and looks at him and is like, and Marina will kill you and then tan you and then use you for, a rug.
As she should. Put it right in the opening where everyone can step on you every time they walk in the house.
Yeah. You are, this is not an uncommon kind of dwarven sibling relationship. You have heard similar conversations before.
Yeah. And I'll finish up healing them. And I'll be like, maybe we should just, avoid being near our drunk relatives when a crossbow's in the vicinity.
You, me, and hopefully all the gods present. And he'll like leave you some money, look you in the eye, tap the side of his nose, and also leave you a bottle of fire mead. Wink, and then walk out the door.
You do it to help people, but there are perks. I'll happily take it.
Mm-hmm. Dwarven Fire Mead. Canonically, m- the most potent form of alcohol and has been known to have an actual effect on witchers. A small one, but an effect on witchers.
Amazing.
Um, but this is how the 3 days go. Carrick, what were you doing during these 3 days?
Shopping, walking around, getting to know the town, practicing elder speech because not my strongest language. So that's what I'm spending the next 3 days doing, just studying elder speech by practicing it in person.
Okay, so roll me Elder Speech.
19.
Oh, there you go. I would, you know, I would say with that 19, you could even add a point to your skill, as this is kind of like an immersion class level.
Yeah, that's what that was the goal here.
Yeah, get you that one extra point.
Yeah.
3 days pass. It's the morning of the third day. As you are all dining in the main room of the lyre, Elise will come up to you and hand you a um, sealed small envelope. And just kind of put it next to your table, smile, look at you, Rurna, and go, more bacon or more eggs this morning?
Bacon.
Both. Give them both.
Of course she's
You know
getting
what?
both.
Give me both. Give me an extra portion of eggs. I have a friend who's skinny as a beanpole who needs it.
Honestly, the man can't eat. I've tried. And she kind of looks
Thank
down,
you.
judging the plate of food in front of you, Carrick, and it's just like, and we'll walk away. And then suddenly there'll be more biscuits showing up at the table, along with a plate of homemade jam and an extra serving of bacon and eggs. Sir George, you also get another biscuits next to you. So this look of like, and the two large gentlemen who are obviously her employees and maybe related in some manner, but we're not 100% sure. Just kind of look at you, just like shrug. It's like, sucks to be you. You are now on the do not eat enough list. And the letter is left next to you.
I'm gonna do one thing just for my own sake because we're meeting a rather fancy person. Yeah. I look great.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta know.
You're just
Yeah,
gonna know.
you just gotta know. So should I open the letter up or should you open the letter? Who's? I don't know. I'm nervous. Why am I nervous?
I mean, if you want, I will gladly open your letter.
By all means, crack it open.
Let's see what this says.
I have to ask a question though. Does Carrick know about the writing? Not necessarily the content thereof, but the writing in general. Oh, good to know.
Unless asked, no one aside from those who have read the written works, which is a small group for now.
Good to
Hellish.
know. Good to know. Thank you.
Hellish.
So Sir George is opening the letter.
Mm-hmm.
You flip it over. The seal is a very simple seal. It's a tris. Oh God, what is it called?
Triscale?
Triscale. Thank you. See, it bothers me that it's called that and not what it is in Greek. Triscale. So it's three interlocking Celtic knotwork triangles. The wax is red, but there's a black dusting on top of it. The paper is of very high quality, and it is scented.
Okay, I must roll to identify this. I'm guessing this is grooming in style.
Yes, it would be definitely be grooming in style.
19.
It smells like um honeysuckle.
Like he opens, catches a whiff, and then like honeysuckle. Interesting. What is the contents of the letter?
Uh, the letter is formally addressed in Northern, uh, Lord Carrickdrathson, to Lord Carrickdrathson. Um, I shall be pleased to have you attend a small evening get together this evening. Dinner along with your fine companions, Sir George Belden and Dr. Runa Berta, at the Van Welder Manse. Um, please be aware it is a private dining, and I look forward to seeing you there. Uh, regards, Eleanor Delcroix.
Very formal. Interesting. Well, you get to go to fun places. It looks like we will be joining you.
Well, we were looking for her, and now we found her. Our friend over there made the connection.
Well, definitely give her your thanks, but
I have. Sir George, what are you doing here?
well, a couple of things. Primarily, I again keeping out of the way of the people that I know are going to actually take care of me and mine. Because I do meddle. I really shouldn't. Um, I'm also getting away, doing some relaxation, especially after that unpleasantness previous. Keeping tabs on certain personal affairs, and this is also very intriguing. Also, I'm here to remind you that for this sort of thing, you definitely want to, one, I don't need to tell you to dress nice, but more importantly, this, with the attending at the manse, you probably want to get two gifts. One for our hostess, and one for the actual host of the manor.
Something tells me she might be the host of the manor.
The, no, the Miss Delacroix is not a von Velder last I checked, so you want to
She's been
have.
living in and out of that house for years now. Decades,
She
maybe.
may she may be an acknowledged member of the estate, but she is not the formal hostess. Therefore, two gifts.
Well, you can pick 'em out.
All right, but there should be two gifts specifically from you, from
Mm, mm.
myself, and from you, good doctor. We have some edge cases here, but it is good form to do two gifts as well.
You're. Look, I think that she probably has a good idea of who I am before I even walk up. Not in a
Oh,
good
I'm
way.
certain of your reputation preceding you,
No, not that
but
reputation. She's cousins
that
with someone I, never mind. Two gifts, right?
yes, I take it by that particular grumble. I'm not quite fluent yet, but that was something possibly either regretful or embarrassing. I can't quite tell yet.
I have a past.
We all do.
Sure. Do you think she'd like
But
a hand mirror? No, she probably has a lot of hand mirrors.
for a woman of her taste, standing, reputation, and travel, also somebody who definitely appreciates good paper and good perfume, I would probably go in this case with some nice inks, And this is more of a formal affair. Maybe a good set of good waxes. Um, I'll be a little bit more presumptuous and puckish. I'll probably go with a decent perfume and um wine for the mats. Yes.
Uh, Prax,
Mm-hmm.
she's a bard.
Yes. Very well known.
Bards have tools of the trade, things that they need to constantly replenish, right?
Yes.
That's what I want to go shopping for. I want to go for something like not just practical, and I know that you need this. Here, it's neat. It's not fancy. The opposite of fancy,
Mm-hmm.
like refills on ink.
You know,
Again, good ink for her, good waxes for the mats. Um,
Wait,
and
would you accept this role in social etiquette?
yes,
To
social etiquette is what I was going to ask for. So, with with a 17, actually, can I get a social etiquette roll for Sir George and one for from the good doctor as well?
I before I roll this, after this conversation would have happened, I would have liked to have gone to Elize,
Mm-hmm.
um, and asked her, um, been like, so, there is an invitation to this person's you know them apparently
Mm-hmm.
into their home uh uh and Jeff, Sir George is talking about presents, gifts, and dressing nicely, and it's all a little hoity-toity for me. No offense, but I assume that you know more about that than I do.
So, you want to know a really great thing about this system?
Mm-hmm.
It's called complementary skills. So, you can roll persuasion with Elize to get a bonus for your social etiquette roll for whatever gift you choose.
Oh, well, let's see what happens. Oh, right.
12. It's good enough to get a +1. You do not get the +2, but you do get a +1. She'll kind of give you a quick rundown, and then laughingly joke, say, "Do you really think my place?" And she kind of gestures around her bar, which is neat and comfortable and lived in, but it's not like the highest end of establishment, right? Like this is a good inn. It is a comfortable inn. It is where people come because there is music, but it's also not. It's where it's that level of. I'm going to use a very particular type of. It's a local place, right? It's your corner.
Mhm.
It's your it's your local red sauce place joint, which God, we need to preserve those. Um,
I
you
would,
know,
for the audience's sake, because I also don't think I described it on the day of.
mhm.
But to describe what Verna looks like,
Yes, please.
they, you know, a typical dwarf stocky. They have braided hair, definitely braided like maybe 2 days ago.
Hmm.
Um, and they are clean, like they've obviously washed and things like that. However, there are still remnants of paint around the eyes that would make them look deep, but because it is like an oil based, it is hard to get off completely. So it is still like on her face. She is wearing this this like, I'm sure at one point it was a nice uniform um of uh of the not like police, but like, you know, the people who helped protect a certain location, and she had like the
Yeah.
where she's from, and she had like the doctor version of it. Um
So the medic's outfit from Mahakam.
Yeah, the medic's outfit from a Mahakam, and it is well worn. Um and so like I'm not saying she's a mess, but I am saying she is a mess adjacent. Um
She's maybe a
so
step to the left of mess.
yeah. So like when Elize is saying like, well, I mean, like look at this place. It's not I live in the woods and I've lived in the woods the entire time. It's only because I'm common law married that I don't. And she also kind of lived in the woods. So like our priorities are a little different than maybe
So
where I'm going or where I am.
so she
Uh
so what we're gonna do is Elize starts to say that, and then she takes a minute to look at you, and she goes, "Oh no," and she just kind of really goes, "You're an dwarf doctor who lives in the woods, aren't you?"
Yes, she is. You're right. 100%.
yeah. Yes.
Come along, and she'll like take you. It's like, I have outfits that'll be appropriate, something nice. We'll get you something nice for your wife too. Um, and she'll take you shopping, but go ahead and roll social etiquette to get that plus with a +1. Actually, roll with a +2 because she's actually aiding you in this at this
Plus she's dating me.
moment. 19.
19.
So you will get a brand new. It's that Sabrina makeover moment
Mm-hmm.
from the original film with Humphrey Bogart and
Mm.
Audrey Hepburn, the superior version. Um, and it's like it's like you will walk out. Nothing you're wearing is uncomfortable to you. It feels and fits the right way, but it's like just that little bit better than what you're used
Yeah.
to. Looks a little nicer, but not enough to make you uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
She has helped you with your hair, and she, you'll look a lot better. And it's that case of like the camera follows you as you come back with what she is offered, what she's kind of recommended is like, look, everybody else is going to get her something fancy. She'll wrap you up a plate of cookies that she made,
Mm-hmm.
and then a bottle of like, take this was for them, kind of thing. And then we see the cameras that as you kind of come out, and Carrick and Sir George are waiting for you, and they're both very well dressed because they are, you know, nobles and mages and have looked good, and they have that social etiquette thing. And this is
Yeah.
like the camera follows, it's like the two of them are waiting, whatever, and we see the two of them pan backwards, and as you come out looking 1,000% more put together and in a lot nicer outfits than they've ever seen you before.
You've outdone yourself.
Very nice.
All Eliza is doing.
You should get a portrait taken.
I did bring my paints.
Show that to Cleglis. Show that to her. You will have her laughing at you for days. In a good way.
I mean,
I
if
didn't
you
know your
want
hair
to,
could do that.
if you want to pose later, I could definitely put something together.
Oh, please, please do that.
I mean, if you say that Clovis would like it, I guess that would be fine. Are you even you're a painter also?
Also, what do you mean
Remember,
also?
before being a squire, I was the child of wandering minstrels. I picked up a lot of strange skills.
Right, you're also a musician and painter, right?
I do many things.
That was quite evasive for you.
But I do actually do many things. I mean, do you want to stare at me doing drop spindle?
I have no idea what that is.
It's how you get good like thread and yarn.
I just go to the shops. Also, I usually
Some of us
don't get
had to
thread or
make
yarn.
do and learn.
I know how to mend. I can sew on a button. I can fix a rip or a tear.
Right.
The walking and talking. You make your way over to the Van Welder Manse. It's not that far, actually, from the Lyre. It's here on the map. It's like the
Mm-hmm.
next block and a half over on the other side of the square, um, in a more well-to-do neighborhood, uh, close to the Wandering Master. Why does it keep doing that? Thank you. Stop. And then there is a gentleman standing at the gate as you approach. With a looks up. There, roll me awareness.
Oh, I'm so aware.
I'm not.
I am.
You're busy explaining your family upbringing and how those who were not privileged had to get by, to Carrick, um, and but both Runa and Carrick, there are guards. They are very well trained. There are the two very obvious guards who are standing out front of the gate, but there are a couple other guards who are less noticeable intentionally. Um, there is a individual in full livery, standing perfectly waiting for you at the gate as he greets you and opens the gate for you. Um, Asks for your names.
Lord Carrick Drakenson of Kovir.
Ah, Lord Carrick, of course. And you must be. And they kind of make eye contact with Sir George.
My companion, Sir George Beaton, also of Kovir, and Rowan and Berta, doctor,
Yes, of
of
course.
most recently here.
Ah, uh, Mistress Delacour is waiting for you inside. Please allow me. Do you have? And he'll kind of lead you inside as you. There's like inside the gate. There's a stables to your right. There's a large courtyard in front. It's a simple two-story manse. Not the fanciest of buildings here, but it is obviously like a noble's country estate kind of thing. You know, out in the boonies kind of thing. The overwhelming color combination is purple, black, and silver, like a dark purple. Um, the flags are not flying to show that the family is not in residence at the moment. Although there is, a fire in the fire. You can see fire coming through the chimney. You can hear, you know, dog kind of running around. There's obvious life in the manse, even though the family isn't in residence. And he leads you into the front parlor, through the big door of the main door. There's a large entryway with stairs that goes up. The full first floor is all stonework, stone floor and walls, and then the second floor is there's like stone beam, big, thick, massive beams, and then wood floors above. He'll lead you into the room to the right, knock, and open at the same time. He's like, "Your guests, madam, Lord Carrick Jackson, Sir George Bedden, and Dr. Runa Berta. Dinner will be in 15 minutes." And you hear a very nice voice say, "Merci, Simeon. Until next time." And you hear there's a lyricness to her voice and her attitude as she greets you. "Ah, come in. Sit down, relax. Let me pour you a drink, and we can have some fun."
Quick question: how do you feel about owls?
Define feel.
You know, if I and he opens up his hands, and Eric is just the
Oh,
pygmy owl is just there.
there will be a full on like demand for attention. She is taller than you expect, but then you realize that she's wearing 6-inch heels. Um, and she is dressed in this very kind of tight red riding jacket that's just this little bit pushed too far to be an actual riding jacket and is obviously something more fashionable. She's got a very large black hat that you can see seated off to the side, black leather boots, black and silver accents, a very distinctive red, ruby, and diamond necklace that she's wearing that kind of hits the center diamond drop or ruby drop with the diamond surround hits right in the middle of her sternum. Um, and there's a laughing quality to her voice as she greets you. Uh, so, Monsieur Carrick, you want my help?
In a sense, yes. I have something that I'd like to show you.
Hmm.
And he reaches into. He's wearing a very fine, sort of fashionable tunic, unbuttoned a bit too much, but decorated on the edges.
Hems.
Yeah, on the hems, there are decorations of snowflakes and leaves.
Very
Right? It's really nice. Yeah, it's very nice, very fashionable, very popular in Kovir. And he reaches actually into his tunic, as in through his chest,
nice. Mm-hmm.
into his tunic to a little pocket, and pulls out the pin.
And she'll side glance at Sir George and Runa, and then look back to Carrick.
I went to my family home and I found it exactly in the same state I left it in, except covered in blood. There was a man, don't remember his face. That you said that she's good at figuring out lies.
Yeah,
Total bald faced lie.
I was
Total
gonna make
bald
you
faced
roll
lie.
for it.
No, it's not, he's not good enough to cover that.
No,
Anyone who
no,
wants
like
to.
okay, then yeah, her bonus on that is a is a her bonus on that is a +20. So
Uh, he said, we'll find you, and he dropped this pin right before I got chased out of said family home by Lord knows what.
no, I know you know what, and you can hear the accent switch immediately, and she's speaking fluent Nordling, and she's mimicking your accent, and she looks to Sir George and Rhoda and says, "Have a seat. This is going to be a bit." And she'll reach underneath and pull. There's a like a small table, like there's a fire going in the fireplace. Um, you see her walk to the door. Simeon, mon amour, delay dinner for like an hour. Merci. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Tell her I love her. And she closes the door, goes to the side table where there's a very heavy crystal decanter, pours a glass for you and her and for everyone else, hands the glasses to first Carrick, then Runa, then Sir George, and takes the last one and sits. And it's not even intentional, but you can tell that this is a level of such ingrained behavior that the performance is innate, that she leans back and crosses her legs in just the right position to, if she was truly intending to attempt to seduce you, she could be very good at it, but that's not her action in the moment. She goes, so,
That's impossible. If it's what I think it is, and that's not possible.
no, I know exactly who it is. So do you.
Fine. Tell me.
Do you want the real name or the one they call it here?
I can't be right.
Sir George.
Mm.
If it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, stalks you in the night, tries to bite you in the ass like a duck, would you say it's a duck?
Everything but the last two parts makes me think it's a duck, but the last two parts, something from that's somehow tied to something stranger than a duck.
You're not. You're a very smart man. And she takes a sip of the drink, and she's holding it by the top, right? Like she's just holding it negligently, with her hand over the top of the glass. Why are you so convinced it can't be true, Carrick?
Because there's enough strings of bad luck in my past to. It's just impossible. Why? Explain that to me. Why? Why my house? Why us? Why me?
Your house? That I couldn't answer. Why you? Because the gentleman whose face you can't remember. And she kind of gives you this look like, come on, dude, give me a better lie than that. You know, put some effort into it. And gave you something. Now, you want to describe who you actually saw? Who gave you that?
To be honest, I don't think I could put words to its face.
But he said to find me.
He did indeed. He said to find you, and he dropped this pin, and he refused to walk with me out.
Motherfucking son of a bitch. And she'll take the drink and down it. And set the glass on the sideboard next to her.
And you might as well enlighten them. They're looking lost.
Oh, I'm always lost.
You find folks manage to survive the hunt.
What's the hunt?
The wild hunt. They're
Stories
Look
elves.
with
that are-
wandering minstrels.
Let me roll something.
Okay, wait,
Hold
wait.
on.
Actually, can I get an education then from Sir George? Because you're wandering minstrels. This is actually going to be relevant. Runa, maybe education, but it's a higher DC.
14.
Yeah. They're elves, or at least they were. Sort of, kind of.
They are.
From a different land. Not like a different land. It's a different sphere. They run through the cosmos, going from sphere to sphere, causing havoc wherever they do, stealing people to fuel their ever march forward. For what? I don't know.
Hmm.
But this isn't my first time running across them.
Yes. 30 years ago, my nephew, well, cousin, did a bit good job locking a door.
That was him?
Yes. And you could just kind of like see across her face as like this moment of like pride, but also, God damn it, Kadarn.
I think that's it. If she's looking for a sign that I know him a bit more than I should, yeah, dead giveaway.
And then there's a sigh, and she'll reach over for the decanter and pour herself another one and take another sip. It's like, well, that's not a surprise either.
Okay. See, I told you it isn't impossible. He locked the door. That's why no one's seen them for 30 years. Or at least, not that I've heard.
No, he did a very good job. He locked a door.
But something let them through again? That's impossible. If you're right, if the doors are locked, if no conjunction of spheres can occur again, then how the hell are they here?
He locked a door, but that doesn't mean that he can't be unlocked from the other side, Carrick.
That would require. They would have to find someone capable of that kind of magic, and those people are rare.
Yes. And there's this moment of discomfort that she expresses.
Oh, fuck.
Um,
Fuck, that's how they know you. That's how you know them. And Kadarn is. Ugh.
Carrick, darling.
This week, this month has been hell. I might be cursed again. It might be the fourth one on the list, or the third. Can't even keep track. Never mind. politeness.
And she'll gesture with her hand, and suddenly the lights are different. There's a softness in the air. There's a sounds from outside this room are gone. There's a heat haze around the door and around the rest of this room. Um, I left a long time ago. And she points to the pin that you're holding. I discovered a way to protect myself and some others. And he gave you that.
He may have not meant to give it to me. He may have dropped it, which is worse.
None of my cousins, and she phrases it awkwardly, right? Like there's this intentionality because Nordling is not her first language, even as perfect as it sounds. There's this obvious intention that there's something wrong with the word, but it's the best word choice that she can give.
None of your kin.
It's not right either.
We lack the words the elves have.
And then she'll switch to elder speeches like, well, this one isn't any better either. And it's missing like half of the vowels. It's honestly, it's very upsetting.
Wasn't the first language the elves had, was it? Not really.
And she'll switch back. No, it's not. But the answer to your question is none of us drop that by mistake. I made 4 of them. Carrick. I know where each one is. Or at least I did until you walked in with it. So
This leads to another problem then. Brunner, you know what the problem is, right? If I have one, Beaten? No? No one.
So
Okay.
the individual that gave you that means they're without the protection, is what I'm following?
In addition, they thought something else. Can you fill that one in?
Or there was a desperation.
You have
It
something
seemed like
that
a dire
protects-
situation.
It's a dire situation, all right? And yet you give up your only method of protection to a man you just met. Now, why would you do that?
the usual answer is love.
See, I can follow that one.
Deep down, there's more to it. You think that they're in need of protecting.
Which tells me that he knows something you don't.
Which tells me he thinks the wild hunter after me, or my bloodline. Bloodlines.
So, Carrick, my dear. What's the bloodline he's concerned about?
That's a good question.
So Draca's son is human, Kovir, relatively new, established by Radovid's son.
They were always noble, in a way. My father's mother, part of the northern tribes of Povas. It was a way to, you know, make friends up north.
Aye,
Give them a title.
noble, well established, relatively popular, but you're not the heir, your sister is. Charming woman, I've had the pleasure of dining with her twice, to my knowledge.
I apologize.
We had fun. I don't know that everyone else around us did, but that's not my problem. No, that was many decades ago, though.
I'm not the heir because I'm the bastard. She's my younger sister.
And she'll kind of
Half.
lean over and goes, all the best people are, darling. All the best people are.
No, this has more to do with a certain flower. And that
No,
connection?
don't say her name. You might attract her attention.
I guarantee you she can't be attentive to anything else. And she gestures around. Carrick, you can roll me magical training. And Runa, could you roll me? We'll go with diagnose here is the best option.
That's funny as hell.
Wow.
You
That's a
fumbled by
one.
16.
Yeah, I fumbled by the bonus I have. That's a
Mhm.
one because I can't get lower than a one.
Yeah. It has all
I
the appearance like
was distracted. There it is.
very distracted. With a 20. So we'll do the magical training first. As she gestures and like says there's no way she could spy on us now. Um and the fact that there is magic up here, you're like, "Oh, this must be some sort of magic ritual, like ritual circle, magic barrier something." Some sort of means by blocking scrying, you don't know how. You know that that kind of
Mhm.
magic exists, you're not sure what this is.
It's not my specialty, no.
No. Runa, I'm going to give you a point and then you can ask me 2 questions about it, okay?
Okay.
She never gestures with her right hand, only her left.
Oh. As she's been fidgeting around, um, as she like gave out the glasses and things like that, when it came to her right hand, um, did she use it as much as she did her left hand?
No. She had both glass. For example, you had 4 people who were getting drinks, right? So she had one for
Yeah.
Carrick, and then she would hand him his, and then gestured with her right hand, not even above the shoulder, put it next to Sir George, but it was smooth. Nothing appeared. She did the same thing. She handed you your drink with the left hand. There was a slight flourish with it, and she put her drink next to her with the right. She always holds the glass over the top with the right arm, but she never moves it to her mouth that way. She always shifts it to her left hand. She doesn't move her right arm almost at all. But because she is such a good performer,
Yeah.
you're the only one who noticed.
Does it look does it look stiff as if it is from an old injury or an injury, or does it look like so it's like well practiced, something that she's accustomed to, like moving her arm in such a way, or is it like she's restricting herself from using that arm?
It's kind of half of both, right? Like it's obviously well practiced enough that it's not obvious,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still fresh enough, for lack of a better term, that
Mm-hmm.
it's not innate, right? Like there was enough of a giveaway for you to notice. And given
Yeah.
her other tracks and behaviors, if she didn't want anyone to ever notice, if she was fully practiced with it, nobody would.
Yeah.
But there was
But
enough of a giveaway.
yeah.
And I will also say with that 20, it's not a prosthetic. Like it's just her arm is injured in some manner.
Yeah. Well, I mean, something seems to have gotten through now. I know, like, move my right arm.
Mm-hmm. She kind of smirk at that, but then look back at Carrick. It's that level of like, game recognizes game, but she's busy breaking down Carrick right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, maybe she doesn't want to acknowledge her own problems.
Probably.
So valid.
So, this other side of your family that you don't want to talk about can't be worse than mine.
I'm not saying it because I'm ashamed. It's more that I'm afraid. And not afraid in the sense of, oh, all the waste she could lay, but genuinely afraid for myself.
Okay.
My
Well,
auntie's a mean woman, as it turns out. And I only just realized she was my auntie until 2 weeks ago. I have managed to piss off. He thinks about it for a second, and he chooses a name, Francesca Findabere, simply by being related to her.
and she will snort at that. On one hand, I'm sorry for you. On the other hand, that's not even the most dangerous person to be related to in this room.
I'm not. Again, I'm not saying that. It's just having the woman that every elf bows down to and looks at with awe and splendor, wanting to kill you because you're related to her is not a pleasant place to be.
She's a flaming cunt. I've said that to her face. Um,
That is my auntie you're speaking of.
and I'm 300 years older than she is. No, hold on. Math. 500 years older than she is.
Right. Look, why would I need protecting from the wild hunt? I can't give them what they want.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
You can't open a door, but you can give them him.
I haven't met the man before today. Not today. You know what I mean. I couldn't give him if I tried. I don't even know his name.
Names don't matter.
They don't.
I don't know his I don't know his where he lives, what he chooses to go by. I don't know what he likes for breakfast. I know nothing about him except for his face. A face I can't even describe. And yes, they could try and drag it out of me. I bet they could. If I'm being honest, it's a face.
It's a face in your dreams that you see every night. It never goes away. It's always there.
How the hell would you know that?
Because I can smell it on you.
You're
can
gonna have
smell
to be more
curses?
specific than that.
Curses, yes. Definitely what it is. Definitely cursed. Definitely how it's phrased. And she kind of was like, that laughing level of, oh God. Someone with a PhD trying to talk to somebody about freshman physics, right? Like, I can't, but at the same time, I have to. You're cursed in the sense that he has waited for you for decades, centuries.
But I'm not marrying someone centuries older than I am.
There's this look on her face. She goes, well, I understand that. Like, kind of, but at the same time. But you're not centuries. I didn't say that he was centuries older than you. I just said he was been waiting. We are different. They call us navigators.
So is Kadarin. I know. I mean, I didn't know, but when I came in here and we started talking, I figured it out.
The only way they can go what they want is with a navigator.
But then why give me the pin? Why protect me? He's the one out there.
Because you're the weak link at the moment.
I couldn't, if he had never met me up until then. In fact, if he had never met me at all, never given me the pin, I would have no idea I'd have even less of an idea of him than I do now.
And what happened when Francesca Findebear decides to give up
Give up
her
what?
little rebellion and turn to those with power.
She wouldn't do that. She might be mad, but she's not that mad.
Have you ever seen that woman attempt to lead anyone on a field of battle?
Yes, I have. I know exactly what she's capable of.
Aye, what she personally is capable of when she puts up her hand with a mage, with magic.
But
She
she
doesn't know how
wouldn't
to lead a
doom us.
people.
She wouldn't doom us all like that. To join sides with the Wild Hunt and be enslaving us all. She wouldn't do that. Nobody would be that stupid.
Sir George, what is your reaction in this conversation at this moment?
Like going, no one would be that stupid and after like everything about Daisy, and I'm just going. I'm like, there's just kind of this mild look of understanding
With Eleanor?
with Alienor, and then just looking over at Carrick and going, I know barely anything about magic, but I know a little. I know a good deal about people and a good deal about stories. You're looking at a failed princess who has now means and opportunity for revenge. It doesn't matter how dumb it is, it just matters that it's on the table. And you, being the weak link based on something tied to love, I know that magic has sympathies. They get their hands on you. You're their target, your love, subject curse. I again, child fumbling in the dark compared to all these long-lived things here. But if they know magic, they can use whatever tie is there to find him.
I've already crossed the paths of the Wild Hunt once. They never spent any special attention on me.
You crossed paths and you lived.
Yes, I did.
Carrick, you already have their attention.
Well, I'm not the only one. What do you think happened that day in Benard?
I know exactly what happened that day in Banner.
You couldn't unless you were there. You have no idea how scared. You know how young boys are when they come to Benard? Do you know how young they can be?
Yes, I do. Do you want to know how many I got out?
You weren't the only one. How did we not cross paths before now?
And she shifts herself, and as she does so, her entire appearance changes.
Oh,
You ask a stupid question for a mage, Carrick.
I hate illusions. I don't use them.
And you realize that, her appearance changes. She's tall, blonde, looks like any northern princess gets, whatever. And then she's like, and shifts herself back. I personally prefer this. This is who I am. Well, 99% of the time. And then she
So
kind
this
of pulls her hair back, and then you can finally see the points of the ears.
That
so this goes back to the burning, is what you're telling me.
burning is the wrong word for it, but yeah, sure.
Banard. Someone stole a knife.
You don't need to hide that name from me.
No,
There's only one person. There's only one person who'd be that pissed at Alzer to pull off a trick like that. What do you want me to roll you?
Roll me persuasion. Because there's a level here of like, she knows you know, but at the same time.
I'm guessing the is human does not apply here.
Well, no, but but she's an elf, and you're an. In this case, I will let you have it because
Already? Can I argue for hold on. We've talked for long enough. I doubt this will work. 1 second. I need to pull off a trick. What is their int times 3?
what is Alienore's in time? Good lord. What is
It's
Alienor?
probably below. I mean, it's probably above. So like she's
Oh
probably
no, it's
fine.
way above 22. Um, she is a
As long as it's
9.
above 7. There you go. You go. It's fine. Doesn't work. But it was worth a shot because Lord knows I do that. And persuasion. I will use the one group luck that we have for this if everyone's okay with that.
By all means.
And I will add a point of my own luck. 22. Rolling 22s. You're muted.
With a 20, yeah, I realized I muted myself to cough and then it didn't unmute. Um, uh, with a 22, to be fair, he was actually just trying to get it out and to someone with a better understanding of the magic involved.
I'm sure that's what he tells himself.
No, that's not what he tells himself.
I haven't talked to him in decades.
Well, you could, honestly. Look, it
And
can't
say
be any worse
what?
than the dragon.
What dragon?
Iskander. The dragon mage. Your buddy Javik was the one involved with him.
Never mind. I'm gonna keep shut. I'm gonna keep quiet. Hold this mess.
And the answer to everyone's question is yes, I was there. And I got as many of them out as possible because I know exactly what happens when the hunt finds a new batch of mages.
I didn't make it to the North Tower in time.
No one did. And then afterwards, Cadarn, I agreed with his decision.
What'd he do? I went back afterward, after they're all gone, and tried to pick up the pieces, but everything was torn down.
He found out what was in the walls.
Ah. I don't disagree.
And quite frankly, these little small schools that have popped up are quite helpful. I know exactly where they are.
Where did you take your boys? I took mine to Aretusa.
There's a nice little place in Nilfgaard.
Oh, Nilfgaard.
Yes, I know, but I've been kind of quietly talking to some vipers. They're very prepared for some things. And she kind of smirks that kind of little bit too much. Like, oh, she sent a bunch of witchers to be educators at this mage school.
I don't know which ones are more lucky, yours or mine.
Could be worse. But
Good.
to answer your question, Carrick, here's a connection. And if we're talking about family, and the worst possible family you can have, the reason I gave those, and she points to the pin, to who I did when I left, with who I left with. Because as evil as he was, and as dark as he brought everyone down, he was still my husband.
No, I'm with the dwarf. That's fucked.
Fucked. Aye, well, you know, he's dead now, so there's not your problem.
You sure about that?
Brenna is many things, but she doesn't miss when she goes for a decapitation.
I'm just seeing 30 years, nothing. And now.
Well, he hasn't been bothering my dreams, so.
Could you take it out?
The dream?
The knowledge.
No. And you're not going to ask me again to mess with your brain.
Then
And
I'll
she kind
find
of
out
looks
someone-
directly at Runa, is like, tell the man I'm not messing with his brain.
Yeah, you've got enough wrong with you. You don't need anything else wrong with you.
I don't need someone's life on my hands. I already have enough.
Your
I don't
life
think
isn't
you have much
on
of a
his.
choice.
Just if you can find a way to make sure it gets back to him. He'll
Or
need
you
it more
could
than
give
I
it to
will.
him yourself.
No. If you're right, then the last thing we should be is together.
Or that's the best place for you.
Come on now, even you don't believe that.
I don't
You
believe
have the
that.
ability to run.
And thus, we should run in opposite directions.
Never split the group.
There are ways to take memories away from people.
And
If I don't
what-
know his face, I can't be used against him.
That's not how they're going to trick him.
They'd track him using magic, wouldn't they?
The connection that's there.
So he's a
It'll never go
mage.
away. As much as I am. We're navigators. You think I can open a portal just by thinking it?
No, I didn't think that for a second. I'm tallying up the thoughts in my head. I'm just, and he falls silent. He like crosses his arms and he starts thinking.
While he's thinking, Eleanor turns to Sir George and Runa and pours another glass. God damn, why does it keep doing that? For each of you. And so, while we're talking about family drama, Bedin, where are you,
Yes.
some of those fine mummers folk, yours family?
Yes. My mother was far more talented than my father. And
Yes, I
was
can agree with
gracious
that,
enough.
by the way.
So you met. And was gracious enough to make him think otherwise.
Yes, we met. And there's this look on her face where she's like, definitely met. Met is the entirely appropriate term there.
Oh. Hmm.
Oh, don't worry, we didn't sleep together.
I'll never get over just how short-lived me and mine are.
In comparison to what? I mean, we had some very fun times. There was a drinking party, I do believe.
But yes, I come from very humble folk. I was lucky enough to be squired to Sir Turld at a young age when I showed interest in something else than the wandering life, and have had a lot of good fortune since.
Yes, I saw in a couple of the attorneys you did quite well. And she's sticking to Northern because everybody here is, well, except for the dwarf, the Northern is their first language.
But no, it's
As I
no
recall, your
my
mother was saying that she was involving yourself in the arts.
I've dabbled in a lot of things.
Mm.
I still dabble. After Mom passed, I kept the hurdy-gurdy she carried. Um, Dad's still with us, though I don't know where he's wandered off to.
Last I heard, he was performing at Ebbing, but don't swear to it.
I wouldn't be surprised. They like his jokes there.
Well, as long as somebody does.
He makes the highborn laugh, and he makes the kids smile.
Oh, yes. Very good with the children. You're staring at me, Doctor.
A very
You-
interesting person.
That is one word for it. I am quite sure that some people find me annoying, overbearing, loud, ostentatious, taking up too much space, and
Purveyor of unwanted truths.
well, all truths should be presented.
Better than lying to everyone.
Yes.
But I am a doctor,
Mm.
and I can't help but notice. I assume someone in your position could get the best physician, so whatever is awry, I'm assuming could not be fixed.
She smiles. You want to take a look?
If you would care to show me what really happened, the real arm, I would.
You're wiser than most, You're wiser than most. You and Arzo would get along well. You don't indulge in making fist tech and selling to criminal undergrounds, do you?
No. It's not, don't know any underground anything like that. I try to keep to myself in a simple life whenever Carrick's not involved.
Oh, he needs looking after, does he?
I think we both know he needs looking after,
Hmm.
both from himself and from others.
Come on, take a look. And she'll lean back in the chair that she was resting in and shrug out of the jacket just
Mhm.
enough and let the arm the glamour fade against the arm. And in this case, you can see that she is still absolutely gorgeous. Her look, her look doesn't change. But the ears are slightly more pointed. There's a slight paleness that's slightly unnatural. Just the skin tone level is closer to actual white, like paper
Mhm.
white, and not humanoid presenting in any way.
Mhm. Mhm. Um. Well, I'll approach and I will look at the arm. What's going on?
You can roll diagnose with a +2 from the previous one.
22.
With a 22, um, she shattered the humerus,
Oh.
and you can tell by the way she's moving
Mhm.
from the entire length of the humerus is just shattered. The fact that it's healed as well as it did is evidence of either a very, very good doctor or
Mm-hmm.
a mage with healing magic, or maybe both.
Mm-hmm.
And with a 22, the way it shattered, it looks like it was some sort of. It doesn't look like it was a striking blow or even that she fell on it. It's like the bone burst, almost as if she took some sort of magical attack to the arm.
Oh. And as I'm examining the arm and now humerus, I'm like, this was quite a blow.
Aye.
Big one. I'm surprised you're okay. Aside from this.
Well, I do what I can for those who need it. And she kind of looks at Carrick and then looks back at you. And then in Dwarvish, again, still fluent. And the accent is perfect, right? Like, and you realize in that moment that there's a level of innate mimicry that she uses, right? Like, it's not that she spends time anywhere, it's that she mimics the accent of whom she's speaking to. And that's how you get that natural speaker sound from someone who is very obviously not.
Yeah.
And she'll go, so when I tell him the truth and put a name to that face that he's ignoring, he's not going to enjoy. And it's going to be a pain in the ass, isn't he?
More so than he already is.
But you know I'm going to do it right.
As you should. He needs to know as much as he wants to run away from it. He's a pawn in somebody else's story, on somebody else's board. And if he doesn't want to be controlled, he has to take it into his own hands. As I look over at Carrick.
Yeah, Carrick, with a 19, you did actually understand that conversation. You may have missed a couple, like, slang terms that they were using, but...
I don't know what you talk about.
Oh, but I do, because I'm a dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
And you know me. And if you're gonna spend this time at... Oh, please.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Look, you can roll human perception. Maybe you'll get above a 19.
She rolled a 24.
Yeah, I know. I know Helen knows.
You tried to pull a deceit in her house, honey.
He's just trying not to have a reaction. That's all that's important.
This is true.
But as much as he talks like a coward, he is someone who is extremely capable, whether he thinks he is or not.
Kadarin has always had good things to say about him.
No, that's a lie.
And she'll kind of smirk. And I said that in a language you say you don't understand.
You mentioned Kadarin's name. I know you're lying.
No, darling. He is many things, and in touch with his emotions is not one of them. And she then switches back to Nordling. My cousin is many, many things, but he is not well adjusted when it comes to his emotions.
Or other things.
I blame a lot of things for that. Hello, Raiders. Hello, Mandy. Happy New Year. Welcome in.
All right, so before you say anything, I'm not used to playing the pawn in someone else's game. I don't particularly like it.
Then don't be a pawn.
But I am.
Only
So I just need to get to the other side of the board.
Only until then, and you're a queen. We'll get you a nice crown.
Or a bishop. Or a rook. Sometimes a rook can come in real handy.
Aye, but the pawn crossing the board becomes a queen.
I play I play by Ophiri rules. You can pick what you want.
No, you play
I
by
was a fan of
Banard rules. That there
I
are
was a
none and you get away with everything.
That's not true. I was just a real huge fan of horses as a kid, so my dad let me change it to what we call the Ophiri rules because no one knows what the Ophiri rules are.
Hmm. But I'll give you 3 pieces of information, Carrick. Number 1, the hunt rides and you know it. They're calling their hounds, Carrick. One of them already gave himself up rather than sacrifice his daughter.
Who are you talking about?
No one you know.
Good.
Hmm. They were good folk, he and his wife. Such a shame they've been hounds for the hunt for generations. Well, she was. He was just very good at killing folk. But she's protected, at least for now. One of your others, although not a Banard, is looking after her.
Kadaren?
Is stuck like glue to that witcher.
Safe.
I know where they are.
Good enough.
The other 4 that are left, I know where each of them is, except one. And since you're so damned, bound and determined to give that back to him, you should at least reject the man in his own name and to his face.
How do you know the hunts don't already know where I am and are just waiting for me to find him?
Because you have that.
They found ways to counteract what you've done, locking up the door. Who says they can't find a way past that?
Well, they have.
Especially for someone who wasn't intended for.
Carrick, have you been able to scry on Kadar in the last 30 years?
I haven't even tried.
Bullshit.
No, I haven't. He's being bluntly honest.
So you didn't even try and scry on him after Banard burned?
Nope.
Just to find out if he still lived?
Nope. He figured that if he still lived, he'd figure out in other ways.
Mm-hmm.
Put your ears to the ground and you will find
Well, I mean,
news of Kadaren's exploits.
If you put your ears to the ground, you might find Kadar. Certain exploits for that.
Oh no, he's below the ground. The bar is low. And he still trips over it.
To be fair, he tries his best, bless him. There are certain people it's above. Barely, but is above. Canonically. No one has been able to scry on Kadarin in 30 years.
So who's the gap? And why do you want me to go to him and not take it to yourself? Take it to him yourself.
Because I'm the gap, Garrick. I'm the one they can
What?
find, and I'm the one that makes sure they can find me anytime they want. And then she kind of looks, and then she will obviously reach across and pick up the glass with her left arm and not her right. You can roll a deduction if you want. Um, Based on everything she said so far, with Eridan dead, she had no more hesitation about removing the hunt piece by piece. Right? Like, her husband is dead. She has no more inclination now, and Kadarin is protected by what she gave him. So they can find her, but they can't find the others. And she, as long as she makes herself a target, I
You
won't say
said
it
you met.
1000% successful, but it has been working.
You said you met my sister. What do you think of her?
She's the right kind of bitch.
Why else do you think I put her on that throne?
She didn't curse you, Carrick.
No, she did worse than that.
What do you think she did worse, Carrick?
Doesn't matter. I don't know if I'll even see her before the end.
Hmm.
Like I said, I'm not used to being a pawn. So tell me the information I need to know. Simple and plain, if you could.
And then she'll look at Sir George and Rhoda and just kind of raise an eyebrow at the two of them, and then look back at you.
They're family. What you say in front of me, you can say in front of them. Although they don't know everything either.
I'm absolutely lost. I'm fairly certain the only way they're going to get anything out of me is by digging through what's left of my brain.
You know that's not actually hard.
There are spells for that, and more importantly, there's torture for that.
I get real dumb when I'm in pain.
Everyone says that the first time.
I
People.
I am I'm the thing is, in breaking me, they're going to get the worst shit. I barely remember things the first go around. I write a lot because I forget twice as much.
Ah, I knew I recognized you.
He pauses for a moment, looking genuinely quizzical, like full on dog head tilt.
Dog head tilt.
And I'm going to do
Mhm.
as desperate a move as this is, human perception on,
Mhm.
you know, the ageless one.
She's not
Eleanor?
ageless. She has an actual age. It's just old.
Well, don't call her the old one. That'll be worse.
I Yeah, no, an 8.
She will respond. It's like, hold on, I don't want to cough again. Vanda's been sharing. I'm quite enjoying. I can't wait for the next volume.
The what now?
Oh,
The books! The books are absolutely wonderful. You'll love them.
What books?
You really do dip a little bit into everything, don't you?
The romance
I
novels, they're
have
fabulous.
I have a pen name.
You have a pen name.
A noble who writes romance novels. Well, now I've seen it all.
They're good too. They're kind of serials. I'm quite looking forward to it. And she's going,
I Again, it's something I dabbled with really young. Just
You're using
kept
the word
abreast of it.
dabble. If this one knows about you and you have a pen name already set up and a publisher, you're not dabbling. You're just doing.
I Again, I usually only put out a 3 light novels a year.
3
3?
light novels.
they're
You
short. They're very long, but they're very good. I quite enjoy them. But Avanda and I have been fighting with Sirius about the whole thing, and Sirius is banned from Bellhaven anyway, so it's not a problem.
Oh, So
Your ex got
hmm,
banned from Bellhaven?
She,
it was about a horse.
yes, do not. Brenna's very particular about her horses. She's
A
Witcher.
werewolf was involved. It's messy. Um,
That's the public
but
statement.
so if you know Cerise, then you already know that Cassandra is okay.
I mean, we could make sure that Cerise doesn't come anywhere near you ever again.
Again, I'm with the dwarf.
I I have mixed feelings about that. At some ways, she's not herself, and I don't know why.
Vonda will explain. And she's just kind of like, nope, not gonna get into the complicated explanation of Witchers and their required emotional support bards. Um, they do require an emotional support bard because how else are they going to understand emotions at all? Um,
Okay, again, I am a man who is very easily confused.
mm,
But if you're worried about one, I'm not exceptionally hard to kill, and two, I I as you see, not great memory. Decent at babbling, but not really good at memory.
mm.
Decent into digging yourself into a mess. My excuse is that I'm cursed. What's yours?
I
sounds like
come
he's
from a
also
long line of
cursed.
messes. I don't think I'm cursed. I feel too blessed to be cursed.
You did
Gotcha.
But
just get a whole holding. Though again, you're neighbors with my aunt. So
again, one doesn't necessarily choose their neighbors. It's often like family. Um, and to be fair, I mean, she's had weeks to kill me. So she's obviously got better things to do.
I may or may not have done some encouraging things for some people.
Okay. If it's anything beneficial my way, I definitely appreciate it.
No,
Probably
I
get you
just
a better, not especially good with gifts. I try, but it feels like I should probably get you something a little bit more substantial.
mm.
I could get you an advanced copy of what I'm working on.
Yes, please.
what are
I
you
would
working on?
love that. Not the
Uh,
least of which because the book is very good and I'm looking forward to reading it, but also because I can hold it over Avanda's head that I got to read it first.
I will get an earful, but it'll be worth it.
What are you working on?
Again, I have a series.
It's a romance series, it's quite good.
And what is your inspiration?
Don't ever ask a man what his inspiration is. Don't you understand the rules?
No,
I
I'm
have
asking you
many
because I think I've already
inspirations.
figured it out.
But I have many inspirations. Again, I started writing as a lad, touring the different lists with my knight, and that's when the writing bug bit, and I've been writing ever since.
Wouldn't be about a duelist, would it?
There's one of many that again, it's a large sort of sweeping series. There's many different point of view characters. It's very fun.
Mhm.
Metatelli, what have you done?
It could be
No,
worse.
again, it's enough that I have like a regular like holiday stipend to spend on folks.
Oh, that's going to get a little bit bigger soon, darling.
Oh,
There
okay.
was a reading had the other day at the Discreet Flame.
Mm, I have mixed feelings about that.
Had a reading?
Oh, yes. Carrick.
I'm guessing it's more of the recent works.
Do you not understand the most important sexual organ is all about the brain? Romance is critical.
Okay,
Wouldn't
if that's the case and it's at the Discreet Flame, that would be the latest work.
It's quite
Hmm.
popular.
Well, there are certain scenes that I can see that would definitely appeal. How popular was it?
I believe the current count was 4 people ordered a book in the next day, and 10 more ordered it over the rest of the week.
I'm going to have to definitely get to work.
Sir George, by the way, canonically, you can add a +3 reputation for Belhaven for your writing. Carrick.
Mm.
She makes eye contact with you. Since your charming aunt has become a problem that we can no longer avoid, I'll give you a name of a gentleman.
I refuse to endanger that. I refuse to endanger him.
He's already in danger, Carrick.
Endanger him more than.
More than crossing the veil between worlds at a run.
You don't know what it's like to be with me.
Any more than you would know what it's like to be with him.
And that's for the best.
I think perhaps you should let Kanir make that decision himself.
Something tells me he's as foolish as I am. And as foolish as you. No offense.
Oh, there's no offense taken, Carrick. I ran across a border to stop my well, he was still technically my husband at the time, from using the abilities I had to force open doors, to murder and capture across planes. Could be worse. Look, you've got a doctor, and she'll go to gesture with her right hand, stop herself, and it looks smooth. It looks intentional, But Runa, with that previous diagnosis, you know that she stopped herself because she was in pain. She stopped the motion because it was that case of, and that's as far as my hand can go, and I'm not going to do that anymore. It's like, you have a doctor right there. By the way, Runa. And she'll gesture, and a small illusion floats in front of you.
Of what?
A man. The face of a man.
What does said man look like?
Long, dark hair, kind of
Incredibly
pulled back.
handsome.
Beard, piercing eyes. Oddly green against the darker tones of his hair. He's got leathers, carries 2 axes,
Mm.
and they're both of his ears are pointed. This is Conir, by the way.
Oh, the man of the hour. Handsome fellow.
Quite. He hasn't gotten dead yet because he's technically my ex-husband's brother. In a very
Oh.
convoluted sense.
Oh.
Just as much of my ex-husband's brother as Carrick is his sister's brother.
Hmm. Well, he had good taste to look like.
I mean, she'll gesture a hand, and the image, there's a second image appears next to him, and it's a figure that is like paper white. Long dark hair, brooding eyes, distinctive jawline. However, there's a level of menace, mostly because he's on full plate armor that looks like a skeleton carrying a full helm that looks like a skeleton. There's just an emanating menace about him, as like that level of like, ooh, you hot as hell. Oh no, fuck, you're the villain. Like there is no ooh hot villain, but maybe, but no. This is not Dracula. This is not Dracula. This is no, that's not going to happen. Level of menace.
Looks a
That
little
will be
mean.
Eridan.
Hmm?
Looks a little mean.
Yeah. Eridan always was.
Did he love you?
For a time.
Hmm.
Probably still did for a while. Problem is, his politics got in the way. His desires, his wants, and the wish of a king.
Did you love him?
I still do.
Well, in the next life. And maybe this one won't be as bad. I look over at Carrick.
Small idea. Well, you've got a witcher on that poison problem for you.
I think that's enough for the day. I think that's enough.
It's enough. And she reaches over with her right hand, and you see, Runa, that she's stopped hiding, that it's painful. And she picks up the pin and tucks it in Carrick's hair. It's enough for today. And that's where we're going to end for tonight. you all had fun. You got the information you wanted.
Yay.
Norden doesn't look convinced, though.
I'm thinking. This is my thinking face. All of this is processing. It takes time.
Oh no, process away. Process away.
I'm scared. That's what I am. I'm just scared. And I'm worried. So worried.
Look, hold on. So, how's everybody doing? Aside from, Norden, who's processing his fear.
Great. It's not my greatest fear.
Awesome, but also damn.
Yeah.
That's valid. Damn is valid. So valid.
Oh, but Carrick, there were hints dropped about George today, too.
Oh, I noticed. I just noticed one or two. That's it.
One or two.
It's one or two.
As Coldrick says,
Small thing.
nobody died.
I mean, hope did in a way, but also it bloomed again. So, it evens out. I had a good time. I'm looking forward to the next time because I feel like there has to be a next time.
Oh, there'll be a next time. We'll figure it out. Even if this ends up being like a once a month thing, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Because, there's a good story here.
There is.
That and
There's a good
kind of want to know what Simon's reaction now is to certain things.
bad.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
So much.
I'm not just waiting for Simon's reaction. I kind of want Billy and Lindy's reactions to this.
Well, we also know what Trooper's reaction is going to be. Trooper's reaction is, "Where's the popcorn? I need it now."
Well, no. I already
also
again,
something
we
approaching
know
cackling.
We know Trooper's reaction. There's just going to be, again, there's going to be the popcorn. Again, if you saw Montreal by Night, you know this precise response. It is going to be popcorn, and he's going to pop specifically one, and there's going to be that deep, pleased Cheshire grin as he's just watching. You know the look. You know it precisely. There is no question about the response.
I'm curious. I really am.
Okay. So, what question? Let's go around. We'll let everybody say all of the things, say all of the joy, say all of the things. And then what is one question you have?
About what?
Anything.
Oh. Okay, come to me last.
Okay.
Last. Too many questions. I'm cursed.
Well, no, there are plenty of times for questions. Like, you can have multiple questions. Like, just, PB, let's go to you. Let's see what you got going for you.
Oh, hi, I'm PB from my PB Affiliates Inside. January is my off month, so I'm not doing anything this month. But I look forward to doing some cool things. We got some cool things lined up for this next year. I'm tackling a huge ass project for a solo TNT RPG I want to play. As is the way. And I mean, at least in this, work is proportional to the length of the game. I want to play it. It's a journaling game that I want to play for a while. So it needs a lot of work, right? That's how that works. But I'm learning like programming and stuff for it. It's like a whole thing. Anyways, for the question that I have for this is it's extremely simple. It's where are we going next?
And actually, I will tell you that Eleanor will give you 3 hints on where you could find
Oh. I'm just asking because I have a wife at home
You do.
who
Your
is
wife is at home in Mahakam, I believe, or where is she?
yeah. You know, I had a thing and she was gonna go do a thing, so
Oh yeah, that's right.
um,
She was off doing something else, and you don't know where she is right now, do you?
nope, do not, sure don't. As a lot of times I actually don't. Uh, she
Mm-hmm.
has her like duties, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it changes, so
So like
I
the
don't know where she
last
is.
you knew, she was supposed to be going to Temeria.
Mm-hmm.
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 Last you
Last I
heard,
knew,
last you knew, but that was
it
like 3 weeks ago.
yeah. So she could be anywhere doing anything, but that's why I have a lot of faith because I know who she's a priestess of, and so far things have gone really well. So we're just gonna keep you know looking up at Melatelli and hoping for the best. But like it is nice to I just it's one of those things I send out a message and it reaches where it needs to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I mean, uh, she, Eleanor would tell you that um, the last she knew, um, Canner was going to make his way north. Because somebody may have been up to the north that he wanted to actually physically see. Um, and that he was supposed to be in make it to Bruges within the next week. And then he was going to then trend from Bruges inland instead of taking the river and the coastal ways. He's going to go up Bruges through Temeria and into Redania. So you could totally find, maybe just pass by. I'm sure everything will be fine. Hey Pope, how are you?
I'm okay. Fine is not a word I would use. There are many words. Fine's a choice. Um, hey everybody, Pope here. Pope World build on the internets over at Blue Sky and start playing games. Not entirely certain yet of what the new year will bring streaming wise, so just keep your eyes peeled on things. Um, but I have so many questions, many thoughts, and like George, I'm half as lost as he is. I'll put it that way. Question wise, it's more about uh okay, that there's definitely layers with what was laid out that curses, pardon my French, the basic bitch option of what was done. Um and that there is significantly more at play. I'm still wanting to know everything involved in the curses laid. That is, and I have the other question is the curse on our beloved Witcher somehow tied to these other two? Possibly. Um, I mean, again, those
Oh,
are the ones that immediately come to mind.
oh no, we knew the answer to that one.
Yeah,
Curse about the Witcher, your Witcher.
yeah.
Oh, that was we found that out last time. Francesca totally cursed her. in the sense of took the memories from her mind.
Hmm.
To,
Yeah, but I'm just going.
yeah,
There,
because
there
she
seems to be
now
layers tied.
yeah no, no yes no Francesca totally did that on purpose to avoid Carrick getting any information. Now, what that
Hmm.
information that Safia knew,
Yeah.
that's under the curse, and she's got to deal with it.
Yeah. So there's things there. But tonight was absolutely amazing. I loved every bit of it. Um, Beautiful, beautiful scene between Runa and Carrick very early on, just going and checking in, going like, "You, you okay with your wife? Pl- Please, please, I, I want you to be okay. Also, you know you're supposed to do things with the spouse like this, and this beautiful back and forth of you're probably one of again, very, very having played dwarf in this setting. I am not somebody who has a ton of friends. You actually have the label friend. You don't seem to comprehend what that means. And like these two very desperately wanting the other to be okay, but not necessarily picking up what the other's putting down. And that was absolutely gorgeous to see. Um, and then just Norton, the the reactions, the layers, beautiful to everything that's just being thrown at Carrick. And uh Prax, you have earned this today. I love you and I hate you. Uh and I love all of you. Thank you so much for being here. We're a live VOD YouTube story is nothing without its audience. You're much a part of this as we are. Uh, Happy New Year. May this one be at least kinder than the previous. Please take care of yourselves and one another, and look forward to you all and seeing you very soon.
Indeed. Probably in the nearest future, because there'll definitely be Prax and Pope and plot avoidance coming up soon. Now that we are over the holiday, now that we're back to Mass Effect, and that's gonna be fun. But Norden, I kept my promise. I left you for last.
Thank you. Although technically you've yet to go. Hi, my name is Jordan Lickdeer. I had a good time. I had a great time. There was this. I'm slowly embodying this character. Right, I'm slowly getting to know him. I didn't realize he was at Banard when everything hit until the moment I said it. Which, sorry to surprise you with that,
It makes
but
sense. There,
yeah.
there. Okay, for those of you who don't know, there will be. This game is set 30 years after Witcher Road's home game. So the things that happened in the Witcher Road's home game are canon, including the destruction of Banard. And there had to have been people like we knew that canonically a bunch of people got out, but we also know canonically a bunch of people did not.
Yeah. Yeah. I it says something that Carrick is one of those people. It also says something that Carrick is clearly unsatisfied with how that turned out, with his own capabilities. But to be fair, Carrick is. We did reveal the idea that he's actually used to playing. He's not used to being a pawn, which means he is used to the other thing. Uh, he's a lot more manipulative than I think people might realize. Anyway, really fun to get to know him. Really fun to get to know everyone. Really fun to like embody a character and understand him a little bit better. Very different from other mages I've played. So my love, I oh God, this is a hard time. I give it to everyone because I really liked though Ruiner was on the quieter end. Just when they had something to say, it was of import, right? And it was thoughtful and it was observant. She's so observant as a character, and I really appreciate that. I do appreciate how much Pope you're committed to being the you've committed to levity amongst this group, which is good considering we're clearly not a very levity heavy group. Uh, Here's just a moment where we take some time and we laugh at the situation. But like in addition to that, there's a lot of depth of this character that we've yet to explore. which is intriguing. There's clearly like a struggle there between what they're supposed to be and who they really are. I'm interested to see more. And Prax, well, I think you know that I'm having a good time, and thus I appreciate everything you've done. I do, I do like how the way you construct specifically narrative scenes that involve dual people. There is a bouncing back and forth that I appreciate, right? I noticed this the few times I played with you before. I really noticed it here where this conversation could have been 3 hours long and we would have still found more interesting things to say, which is a hard thing to accomplish and a really fun thing because it means that you can really learn about someone's character just through talking to them, which is not always the case in actual play. Sometimes you don't get enough juice, you know? There's a lot of juice here. Yeah, my question would be uh, I kind of wonder. I kind of wonder if Carrick's sister realizes just how much not only was she manipulated into that chair by him, but how much he continues to ensure her and safeguard her role. You know, I wonder. I wonder if she's figured it out yet. I don't think she has, but I do wonder. That's it for me.
I
Prax,
mean,
I
I could
believe
give
it
you an
is.
answer to that question.
Here's here's another question for your question answer. Would it be more fun to learn it now or learn it eventually?
Depends.
Well, then hit me.
Oh, let's put it this way. I did tell you that Eleanor has had tea with her at least twice.
That tells a lot, honestly.
And Eleanor's opinion is she's the right kind of bitch.
I think there's an interesting conversation to be had there. Um, but one thing that the relationship is betrayed. I rolled that. I didn't choose it.
Oh no, the
Uh,
relationship is entirely betrayed, and she has a lot of power, but apparently just physical power and not political power over you, and which has led to some very interesting roles for me behind the scenes about.
but see, that's the brilliant bit about it, right? Because when you say, okay, betrayed, Carrick is of the persuasion, possibly, that he was betrayed. That doesn't necessarily mean that's her perspective. In addition to that, who's to say they didn't just betray each other?
Yeah, it's the case of what is truth. Only we will find out as the viewer in the long term. But perception is also truth,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we got to see a bit of it with Carrick today, particularly the bit when with Eleanor being like, "No, I know George. I talk George is I talked to Avanda. I talked to a lot of people, and we know that canonically Eleanor is basically the dandelion of her time. She is the bard of the South that, is the biggest socialite. She gets to go to all of the biggest, she'll still perform at the Iron Lyre when she's in Belhaven, but she gets to go and perform at the Court of Kings, right? She knows
Yeah.
all the dirt that there is worth knowing. In the best way sometimes. Um, but I also made a choice when we started, because that's going to be interesting for St. George. And then also for Runa, there are interesting things that we were set up for her as well in very interesting ways. But I loved the point that I'm going to say this, I'm going to say this, I'm going to share my love and joy and all of that kind of stuff. And then we're going to let Norden say where you can find him because, that's the important part. But I was going to say, one of the things that I did is I realized I've been rewatching Roads Home to make sure I have all of my notes correct. The Google Doc of notes, not of the NPCs in that game, but of notes, is 150 pages long. Okay. There's shit that didn't get touched in that game. Almost everything got resolved, but not everything. And I needed to know what Eleanor was doing in the last 30 years. And what would she do once the threat of her husband was removed? Like she couldn't act against um Eridan.
Well,
But
he
the
was
minute he
alive.
was gone, yeah, she couldn't act against him once he was alive while he was alive, but once he's gone, she's had 30 years to be like, fuck you all, I'm going to slowly and methodically destroy the hunt. But she is also close to 600 years old, right? And doing this by herself. So she's not going to succeed all the time. And in fact, she didn't succeed on all of her roles. I did roll for her. And that's why, we could say Runa would notice the fact that she has a permanent injury now. Hi, Norden. Get to do all of your
Oh,
ends. Yeah,
right.
say where you can find it,
There's
all that stuff.
You can find me on Wandering DM's channel. Not this coming Thursday, but the Thursday afterwards. So that is. Let me pull up the date. Hold on. That will be the 15th. Yep, you'll find me there on the 15th, where I play a different mage
Mm-hmm.
who's actually very different. Very different. And a healer and a full of guilt. It's great. And one of our compatriots has lost a leg, and the rest of us are trying to rescue a prefect. We've succeeded somewhat in that attempt, but the prefect might hate us now. So it's going to be a mess. We're in an old elven watchtower too, which means that there are secrets to be found. I am a mage, and I love secrets. I'm
So
weak for secrets.
I should also point out the fact that you're trying to find a Redanian prefect, and you are a witcher, an elf, and a mage awaiting a human woman.
Who's lost a leg? Yeah.
To find a Redanian.
On behalf of a werebub. There's a whole mess happening here. I've talked to Simon about it. I have plans to help ameliorate some of that, but we'll see what happens when it happens, right? Um, it's going to be a good time, or at least it's going to be a short time. One or the other. That's it. That's all you can find me at. I'm pretty much unemployed right now. I am doing some freelance projects on the side. Don't worry, but so I'm like chill. I have a secret project in the works for a little Vampire the Masquerade storytelling planned, but that'll be in the summer, so that's way off. But look out for Bad House. You might see me and a friend pull up some
Mm.
chairs and some old friends and get started on something nasty. That's roughly it. There's a Wanderhome game. I forget the dates, but that'll be up soon too. House of Dreams.
Yep,
That's it.
all of it. Uh, well then, thank you all for being here. Thank you to my wonderful players for coming back and telling more of this story. I'm gonna say it now. We're gonna try and figure this out. Like scheduling is a thing, but even if we just get it to down to once a month, we'll figure this out. Because there's story here, and I miss Witcher. I freely acknowledge that I miss Witcher. I have a thing. I realized it has been a full 12 months since I played an R. Talsorian game.
A full 12 months.
Yeah, I was getting itchy. It was a problem. Like,
Okay.
usually if I'm not playing like Witcher, at least there's, well, that's not true. That's not true. There was Castle Falkenstein. There was Castle Falkenstein, but that was before we get to that was the 10-month mark. We started Castle Falkenstein. I was 10 months without an Artalsorian game. And then you're like, okay, I have a problem. I acknowledge it. In the near future, y'all keep a lookout because there will be more Truly Madly Falkenstein coming to you soon. I just need to do some more stuff, and Trevor has to finish his move across country. It's a thing. We. It's not wrong, Goldrake. This is not wrong. We will be back for more Praxen Pope and plot avoidance. We finished Inquisition, and so we're now into Mass Effect. And look,
One of my favorite games.
one of my favorite games, one of my favorite stories. We are playing through. We're going to make choices, and Shepard has a shotgun. always a good time. Come hang out. There'll be chatting. There'll be lore. There'll be discussions. There'll be as much as his. It will take a while. This is true. It will take a while. We're gonna play through it all. And then, yes, Honor Harrington verse is coming, but I have to wait for certain people to do the thing. And I have completed all of the character tables. I have completed all of the house building tables. I think I've completed the TLDR for players. I need to read through that again. So, yes, Honor Harrington verse is coming. Be prepared for epic space opera, wherein I decided to mesh a Sword Chronicle system with Good Society and throw it in space, and we'll see what happens. It'll be great. It'll be great. But other than that, we have been here for a while. We are running late. It is a wonderful time. I thank my players for staying. I thank all of you for being here. But let us see if there is anybody still up tonight. No one that I can see is up at the moment. So we'll just end here for tonight and say I appreciate each and every one of you, and we will see you. Oh wait, I should also let you know that yes, there is a YouTube. You can check that out. You can also check out the merch store, wherein there's truly a bunch of stuff, including I survived the Lord Math experience. I have that shirt. I want you to understand, however, that I was not the first person to buy that shirt. The first person to buy that shirt was Trooper.
Sounds like Trooper, yeah.
To which we all appreciate it and we understand. But and then yeah, we'll see what's going to happen, and we'll see you all in the future, everybody. But until then, hope you have a great new year. Hope there are many more stories and many more friends to tell them with. We'll see you next time. Bye.